Hey, what's up, Sean? How's it going? Sorry about that. I was still messing around with the settings here, but yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I want to share a screen a little bit later, but first of all, let me say what's up to you. I hope everything is well. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me. I hope everything is good, brother. So yeah, man. Oops. There we go. All right. So how you been? What's up, Derek? How's it going, brother? Thanks for tuning in, man. All right, guys. So yeah, man. I mean, things have been very, very weird as far as distribution and stuff like that. And I have a bit of a conspiracy, quote unquote, or a thought. And whoever wants to, I would like to get your perspective on this. What's up, Charles? What's up, Rudy Moons? So yeah, I would like to get your perspective. If you'd like to hop on and tell me what your thoughts are, that would be great. But here's the deal. I've noticed, and this is probably just in my neck of the woods, but I've noticed that ever since Amazon got some market share with the whole Hot Wheels stuff, I've been seeing less and less Hot Wheels, or less and less cases being distributed to stores. And to be honest with you, I'm a little concerned about that because if Mattel decides to go the e-commerce way, I know GameStop was one of the first ones to go e-commerce. That meaning that they no longer sell Hot Wheels in store. If you want Hot Wheels, you have to order them online. And then you have now you have Amazon, who's a freaking monster. I mean, if they I don't know, man. I mean, I'm afraid that more and more competitors are going to want to go that route. Yeah, so my concern is, what's is it going to be? How are stores still going to be getting more cases? Or are they going to get less cases? Um, is it going to be harder? Is it going to be harder for us to find stuff? What's the deal? Because like I said, I mean, I've been hitting stores here and there, and I've been finding pretty much the same thing that you guys have already seen. I mean, we get it seems like we keep getting old cases, and then we get some new cases, and then we go back to some old cases. And I mean, in my opinion, it's not it wouldn't be fair for me to just shoot a video, upload it, and show you guys the same thing over and over again, especially if I'm not finding like a super or a chase car or anything like that. Also, I've noticed that post COVID, you guys already know this. Um, yeah, I mean, there's more players in the game. I mean, there's a lot more collectors out there, or quote unquote collectors, or what have you. And I mean, this is why many of us are struggling to put up some new content out there. I'm sure Derek could relate. Who else is in here? Oh, maybe Sean. But Sean is in a different market. But every now and then he gets lucky as well. So yeah, guys. So that's my thought on that. That's my perception. I mean, I hope distribution gets better. I hope Amazon doesn't. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think, guys. I mean, like I said, I mean, I am concerned. I am concerned. It's been a lot harder to find stuff. Stores are getting less and less cases of pretty much everything. So I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't blame some of you guys for trying to, for opting to for considering to start collecting other brands, especially going premium instead of mainline, or whatever. I know Mini GT is coming out with a lot of heat right now, man. And yeah, I mean, in a little bit, I'm gonna show you, some cool cars that are coming up, man. I mean, man, yeah, they're coming up with a lot of heat. So, I might consider going that route as well. I mean, which is sad because, again, the whole distribution and now Amazon being, you know, uh, gaining some market share in this thing, and it's just crazy, man. Let me catch up to some of these comments, and let me see. Let me copy the link, and I'll post it up in a little bit. Let me just catch up to these comments. Okay, so it looks like most of you are saying what's up to everybody. Honest Diecast, it is tough, to say the least. I believe Amazon is having somewhat of an effect on this distribution with the black boxes. Yeah. Aaron Scott, hey, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Aaron Scott says he gave up on hunting. He's focused more on what he on. All we have is a one Walmart and has been dead. Wow, that's sad. Aaron is saying what's up to Honest. Yeah. Aaron Scott, how will premium car culture been real tough past year or so or longer? Yeah. The hobby has changed 100%. Not easy to get stuff and acquire stuff. Sticking to my guns on this one. Premium 164 is the future of collecting. Agreed. Agreed. All right, guys. So let me post the link, and whoever wants to hop in, I would love to get your perspective, your thoughts, and what your experience has been. When you go out in the wild to find stuff. I mean, are you noticing less? Are you seeing more and more collectors? Are you seeing, what's your experience in your neck of the woods? So here is that. I'll leave it there for a little bit. Whoever wants to hop in, that'll be great. Yeah, guys. So there's that. Let me hide it. Yeah. So I mean, I've gotten somewhat lucky. Let me show you the few things that I found. I found this regular treasure hunt. I'm not much of a motorcycle guy, but this Ducati motorcycle is pretty cool. So that's that. Then this is from the K case. This is one of the pieces I've been most excited about this year. Love the color, deco, pretty cool. You know me, I love my square bodies. So there's that. Then I've caught the tuned 70 Dodge Challenger or Charger. Yeah, it's a Charger, right? Yeah, it's a Charger. And the Supra is coming up, so that's pretty cool. So that. Then grabbed a couple of these. This one belongs to my wife. I picked up another one for my granddaughter. So that's this. A lot of people are going nuts over these, man. I mean, I last time the day I got this, a guy was at the store at the same time I was, and there were like 6 of these, and I asked him, "Hey, can I have a couple?" And he was pretty cool. He was, he shared, he gave me a couple of them. So that's that. And then there were 3 of these. So when I found this, I found 2 of these. So I gave one of these to the guy that hooked me up with the Barbie car. So this is a regular treasure hunt for K case. And then here's the Shelby, which is the super treasure hunt for this case. This is not it though. This is the regular version. But yeah, I mean it's a pretty cool casting, in my opinion. And last but not least, picked up this Dodge Power D100. Is it? Yeah. Anyway, something like that. It's a 87, 67 Dodge Power Wagon. And that is pretty much it, guys. Um, Also, since I have not been finding much out there, I did buy something on Whatnot, and I'm gonna go ahead and crack it open. It's not much, but we'll see. It's an oldie but goodie. That much I can tell you. Okay, so Derek, you might be acquainted with 2X Gen. It's a husband and wife deal. They're usually there about twice a day. They start like very early in the morning, and then they have a second session in the afternoon. So so this is what I got, guys. Boom, this cool Honda Civic, and they were nice to send it to me in a protector. This is from 2000. This is from 2006. It's a first edition. We got it out of the blister. That's cool. You know, it's in the mint card, candy apple green. Yeah, Mattel does not make them like this anymore, guys. That's why I picked it up, and it's a first edition. So that's all I've gotten, man. Hey, Rico Bobby, how's it going? Hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. Cody, what's up, brother? Rico Bobby's in the house. What's up, Rico? Derek, thank you for telling the guys to smash that like button for me. That much appreciated, man. So yeah, guys. So I'm expecting the. Let's see. I bought that Lamborghini from the Elite 64 a couple of weeks ago. So it's expected. Supposedly, I should be getting it by Tuesday, according to the shipping information I got from Mattel. So that's that, guys. Diecast Dungeon, what's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a while, man. I hope everything is good. Thanks for tuning in, man. Aaron Scott says, I've seen the pink slips, but not into pink slips. Yeah, either one. Yeah. So those are, the pink slips. There's three scales. They have 124, which is they're pretty much competing with Majorette, because if you look at them, and I will be showing them in a future video, guys. I'm just compiling some more footage before I could put something out there. But yeah, they're pretty much competing with Majorette. Um, you know, they're supposed to be true 164, but I don't know. I mean they're cool and all, but yeah, just wait. I'm sure you guys will start finding them eventually, but yeah, I'm not gonna grab all of them. I'm just gonna stick to and they are pretty pricey. They're like $5 a pop, so like yikes. So I have to be very selective as to which ones I pick up, if anything. And then they also have the 143 scale, and then they have the 124 scale, which I've teased. I've teased the 143 and the 124s on shorts on my videos. So if you guys haven't seen that, please watch it, man. It's pretty cool stuff. Like I said, I don't buy them. I just want to be clear. When I show them when I show them on the shorts, I don't buy them. I just like to share, with you guys what's hitting stores, because some of you collect different scales and different brands and stuff like that. So I have Derek on the back screen, on backstage. I'm gonna let him in. What's up, Derek? How's it going, brother? Thanks for
What's
taking.
What's happening, amigo? How you been?
Been good, man. Been good. Just still struggling with this whole situation that you already know about. Talking to lawyers, and hopefully, something good happens. But anyways, how
Yeah.
have you been? Go
Oh,
ahead, brother.
trust me, in the same boat, brother. Yeah, it's been tough. I think I might have purchased maybe two, maybe three cars in the past 2 weeks. So hunting every day. That's it.
Yeah, it's been tough, man. So, I mean, what's your opinion about this, Derek? I mean, have you noticed like stores getting uh, less merchandise because Amazon is selling these black boxes, or what's your experience?
Yeah. It's just dry and it's everywhere. But another thing that's happening too is a lot of really old stuff is hitting again.
Yeah,
Kroger. So I think that's Ralph's for you guys, but Fry's here has been getting an overabundance of B case from earlier this year, but not just that, H case from last year, 2022, H case again. So it's really weird. Targets here, some of the targets here are starting to do really big resets. I know
yeah.
the one that I usually hunt daily has been doing a huge reset all this week. I think I counted in 3 or 4 days, um, maybe like 9 different pallets just stocked, like huge, like 7 foot pallets, but not a single Hot Wheel. It's so strange. I mean, you're talking Barbie, you're talking Legos, even Jada. Um, I saw some M2s and some Auto Worlds getting stocked. Didn't make it to them in time, so I don't know what was in them. But no Hot Wheels. It's really strange, and I'm right along there with you as far as something's going on. And I think you hit a really good nail on the head too, as far as Amazon possibly having something to do with it, because the black boxes are becoming way more popular, and it seems like the super ratio in those is not that bad. I remember Aaron Safiel's, I think it was Aaron Safiel's on my channel. He commented and said that every time he buys four, he gets one or two supers in them. That's pretty good
Oh,
ratio.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so maybe it's not lunchbox specials. Maybe it's black box specials. So who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah, and Amazon has a pretty. They're pretty good as far as return. Their return policy. My understanding is that they have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee return policy. So let's say you buy 10 of those, and you find three supers out of those 10. What if you just grab those supers and put something else in there and return just keep what you want and just swap out cars and return them, and you get your money back.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
I agree.
yeah, that all that stuff is really, really, I don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
it's frustrating.
yeah, I agree. It's so hard to avoid that kind of thing where people buy something and then get what they want out of it and then return it. But yeah, Amazon's got such a great return policy. It's hard to it's hard to not see some people abusing that. But hopefully it doesn't happen because yeah, I mean, if they return those, then there's a pretty good chance that they're going to fall in the hands of other people that order those later on down the road. So hopefully,
Yeah, yeah, that's true, man.
yeah. But
It's
yeah, struggle over here in Arizona is the same. Um, yeah, I think for the most part, a lot of us are still going through it. It seems like it's kind of spotty too, as far as so some people are still having some really good luck. I know. Um, was it the East Coast collector?
hmm
Some of you guys may have heard of him, but he just popped up a channel. I kind of helped him get started on that.
oh,
He
nice.
find he finds a lot of stuff. and he hunts every day. So I mean, it's hitting some places, just not everywhere. Still waiting.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's a lot of thing is some people have more time than others to go out there and hunt. I mean, I wish I had more time to go out there and hunt, and unfortunately, I don't.
Yeah. No, I hear you
So
too. I've been working a lot as well, and that's really been capping into my hunt time as well. But I still try to make an effort to get out there every day. It's just it's not usually the optimal time. But yeah, we'll keep striving to the dream of being full time hunters and collectors and YouTubers, right?
yeah,
Someday.
yeah.
But
So
your studio looks really good. Did you get some lighting? Is that what's different? What's different?
oh no, I'm just using some of the natural light. I just open the blinds a little bit, and that's a
Yeah,
natural light in here. So
yeah, looks good.
sometimes it's pretty. We have a lot of trees around here, so they kind of block the sun. But today, they trimmed the trees a few days ago, so yeah, that's allowing more sunlight uh, to come in through the room.
Nice,
So that helps. Yeah, man.
nice.
So
What's
what do you
up,
think of
Subi? What's
what's
up,
up, Subi
Subi?
Doobie?
Yeah,
So
what's up, David from Diecast Life and Death? Zach Diecast Mansoor, what's up?
yeah,
Yeah, it's been tough, and it sucks when everybody's asking you when's your next hunting video, and you just gotta say I don't know. It all depends on when I can find stuff.
yeah, and these freaking resets, man. I mean, it's frustrating because it seems like every quarter, they're every 3 4 months they're doing something, and I know inflation has a lot to do with it. Some stuff, they have to clear out because it's not moving. Sometimes they have to bump up the price or lower the price, and that in order for the employees to do that stuff, it takes a lot of time, man. So maybe people in the purchasing department hold off on buying some more stuff, before because they just don't have the room or what have you. I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works. I've never worked retail, but I mean that's the only assumption I could make. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, buddy. But yeah, I'm sticking to my guns on this one and thinking, I think a lot more people are going to sway to premium stuff, and I think it's kind of already shown because Tarmac Works they obviously update their website. They always send out emails. If you guys subscribe to their emails, they'll tell you the date that they're dropping the new website, and it's the same website, but it's all uploaded with the next releases. And you go on there the day that they drop those releases, and they're gone. Like they're gone right away. So a lot more people are starting to get on the premium 164. I have a feeling. So
Yeah. Have you seen the transporters that they're putting out? Man, those
yes,
things are freaking fire, man.
yeah,
Yeah. 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 They put
yeah,
yeah. No disrespect to Hot Wheels because they put out a lot of cool stuff, but man, the stuff Tamarack Works is putting out there, man. The
yeah,
colors, everything. It's like they blow them out of the water, man.
yep. The game is changing, and yeah, don't forget about those mini GT transports too, like the one with the Sylvia. And they're going to keep coming out with those. I mean, they're pricey, but I mean, you get what you pay for. I mean, they're on another level. And then I don't know if last time I was on, I don't know if you heard me say this, but if you like the transporters, make sure you check out Micro Turbo.
Oh yes.
Yes, they came out with an HKS flatbed it's no longer available anymore. Good luck finding it, and if you do find it, good luck finding it under $100. I mean, they're pretty cheap transporters, but they're very good quality, um, cheap price wise. And
Wow.
a lot of people are asking 150 plus for that HKS one. So the game
So
is the game is
so
starting to shift.
so they discontinued, or the company shut down, or what happened?
Yeah, it's kind of like Tarmac or Mini GT or whatever. They'll make a wave, and then once that wave is out, they're gone, and then you have to look, for distributors and stores to find them. It's kind of like the same thing with them. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, but the micro turbo ones are really good. I looked on I think eBay the other day. Saw lots of listings for the Gulf one, which is really nice.
Oh yeah,
The Ken Block one is on there. Yeah, it's good stuff. If you like the transporters, check them out.
yeah, definitely, man. And then I'm sure you've seen the new castings mini GTs is coming out with, man. That,
Hmm.
they're coming up with a lot of heat, man. That and then mini GT Cater House putting out
Hmm.
with a lot of cool stuff, man. So I
Yeah.
mean, I guess in a way, I mean it's kind of good, to go the premium way because it forces you to buy less. You'll have less cars, but you'll have quality cars. But at least you won't have like an abundance of cars that you don't really appreciate sometimes because you have so many of them, and after a while you don't even know what you have.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Yeah,
stored in
and
freaking
yeah,
boxes and crates and this and that. Like, yeah,
yeah, and the cool thing too is, yeah, Mini GT. They come out with so many different like color variations and stuff. Like I went to go pick up. I went to RDDC, which is a local premium diecast shop. I already showed this one off, but that's the roof.
hold
The
on.
roof CTR anniversary. I went to specifically there to go pick this up, and I was like, I want that car. But what I didn't realize is that they came out with 3 to 4 different colors. They got like a green one, a blue one, I think a black one,
Dang,
or a silver one.
dang,
So I mean, they're coming out with different colors like all the time, and they're really hard to keep on top of. But in a way, it's good. It keeps you hunting and looking for new stuff all the time.
cool. Have you had
Yeah.
any luck in your local honey holes?
I don't have any honey holes. Whatever I might have had, like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, it's just not there anymore. The fries that I've had such good luck at, these past couple of years, it's the same thing. It's just they got to push them and they put them out on the floor, and they get by the time I get over there, they're picked over. It's all the way across town. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's all fair game. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's all fair game. I don't think anybody's taken my place at these places, where the employees know me and they want to help me. I'm not, forking over money or anything to them, but maybe somebody's developed a relationship with them and is getting to them first, and in the end, that's okay. We can just do what we can do.
Yeah, we got just we got to make do with what we can and what we have. It's like,
Yeah, I see Eddie the Godfather. I don't know
yeah,
if you.
Eddie the Godfather.
I
What's
don't
up,
know.
Eddie? What's up, Zach? What's up,
I don't know.
BV
I don't.
Luminous?
I don't know if you saw this, Adrian, but I did a showcase on this, and this is going to Eddie. Let's see if I can get this to
Oh
focus.
wow.
That's a 510 gasser.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. Going to Eddie P for the Godfather, Eddie P. First 510.
Nice.
Yeah, Adrian, if you'd be interested in something like this, I'd highly recommend grabbing one of these kits from Greedy Design. It's a fun little build. Love the
Yeah.
hand. It looks real soft, says Aaron. Yeah, man. Jergens for days. Yeah. Oh, Eddie, while you're here, by the way, I just want to tell you something because I asked him, like, while I was putting this together, I was like, what's your favorite number? And he said 21. I didn't have a 1, so I put 2. So hopefully you're okay with that.
He says he appreciates it, and that's yeah.
I,
That's
I, owed, I owed him a gasser. I owed him a gasser. He won one of my giveaways. It was for one of my EK customs, and I was like, man, I really don't want to get rid of it. I was like, you want something else, Eddie? You don't really seem like a Civic guy. And he was like, build me a gasser. So I was like, all right. So I kept that in mind, and I was thinking what I was going to build him, and then yeah, these 3D kits came out, and I was like, it's a gasser. I think you'll like it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, man. I mean, I've been seriously considering, starting, customizing and stuff like that. It's just, right now my time is kind of limited.
Well, I see your community posts and you're doing a lot more, which is really good. Like, wheel swaps and stuff. And I don't know if you've gotten into detailing, but yeah, I mean, everything that I've seen you put out is looking good.
Yeah, I mean, let me show you this. This is probably get rid of this comment right here. This is probably
That I saw that one. That one looks good. That was a great choice of wheels for that. There you go. Yep. That little bit of detail on there. Hell yeah. And a metal base.
metal base. So I mean, what I did with this one, I took the interior, the base, and wheels off the Green Lantern combi. I don't know if
Mm,
you remember that one.
yep.
So I mean, so I did an interior, base, and wheel swap, and then I just added some minor details.
Nice.
Pretty
Yeah.
easy. I mean, I'm still trying to get the hang out of the how to tap, because
Mm,
I'm pretty sure you go through this too, Derek. You know sometimes it's not that easy. You have to. It's a struggle. It's a fight. Some of these castings put up a fight, and sometimes I break the. I don't know. I get frustrated, and I break the freaking the screws, or the tips of the freaking, what do you call it, the
the drill bit tips or
yeah, the drill
yeah.
bit tips and all that stuff. So it's like, ah.
Yeah. The Milwaukee titaniums are really good. And if you have any Ace Hardwares by you, they sell them individually, so you don't have to buy a kit. Those ones work pretty good. I've never, I think I might have broken one off before, and it was like a 1/16th bit, so it was super skinny. That can happen. But yeah, those are the ones that I use. You can find the tap there too if you decide what screws you want to use. I use 3 millimeters, so just a 3 millimeter by .050 tap, and yeah, you can get your screws and your taps and your bits there. I'm pretty sure you guys got them over by you.
Yeah, I ordered the tap online, and I ordered the screws as well. I mean, I've got two different kinds of screws. I have the black ones with the hex head on it, and the other one with the Phillips. So
That
I don't know.
works. That
Yeah,
works. The more you do, the better you get. So
yeah. I
you
use
just keep it up.
I use the Phillips, the ones with the Phillips head, so that they match with the chrome bases, and then I use
Yeah,
the other ones to match with the black bases. But yeah, I mean, I'm still getting the hang of it, man.
yeah, yeah. And that brings up something. I keep reminding myself I need to pick up one of those easy jigs from Eddie over at Simple Customs. It's a pretty cool little device that vices the car in there, so you don't have to hold it and risk hurting yourself, and holds it at a perfect angle, and you can just focus on the drilling, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'll have to pick up one of those from him.
Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty good invention.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
told him I told him, yeah, he should consider patent getting a patent for that,
You should.
and
And
yeah, he
market
can
the
make a
hell out
lot,
of it.
market the hell out of it, and license it. He gets more money possibly. But
Yep.
yeah, man, that's an excellent idea, man.
Yeah.
Didn't he donate one to for the St. Jude? I believe he did, right?
Yeah, I think he sent one to get auctioned
Okay.
off, I believe. If
Yeah,
I remember. So yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah.
Did you get the Lambo from the Elite 64, or you passed on it?
I did. I'm eagerly awaiting that, and I'm hoping that I don't want any more of those. I have a feeling I might. I have a feeling I might want one or two more of those. One to play with, and one to drill open and crack. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's very reminiscent of the mini GT ones. It's the same exact car essentially, but It's kind of cool that the back bumper comes off of the Hot Wheels one.
Yeah, yeah, the bumper, the wing, and then there's one more piece that comes out. It's like three pieces. I forgot
Yeah,
which third
that's
one is,
pretty
but
neat.
it's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty neat. I'm a big fan of the Elite 6.4 stuff. I mean, granted that what we're on our fourth release so far, and I've only really wanted two of them, and that was the Chaser
Hmm.
and this Lambo. But yeah, I have a feeling they're going to come out with some really good ones coming up. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. I like it. I like it. Some people are like, man, but me, I like them.
Yeah, it's a nice casting for sure. I mean, the Mustang, I could live, I could do without, and then the Mercedes, definitely not. It's just not my thing.
We're gonna know who we already know who wants that Mustang one though.
Oh yeah, yeah, he'll take it in a heartbeat, man.
Yep, yep. Consider it sold.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you hoping they come out for Elite 6.4? What are some cool castings that you'd like to see them come out with in that lineup?
Come on, Derek. You know me.
Dodge,
Dodge, Dodge Charger,
Deutsch, Deutsch,
a Deutsch.
Deutsch. Come out with some
Yeah,
Deutsches. Yeah, I kind of figured you
yeah,
would say that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That, but the drift edition, the one with a nice little wing on the back.
oh, okay.
That one.
So you like that one? You like the Challenger Drift?
That's like my dream car. That's if I ever hit the
Nice,
lotto. If I ever hit the lotto, that's the car I'm buying. That
nice,
that and the Ford F-150 Lightning. That's it. I'll be happy with
nice,
those two.
nice. Better be a Hellcat
Yeah,
at least.
yeah. Supposedly, they're not going to be making them anymore.
Yeah,
So
yeah. They're following the trends. Of all these
going
auto
electric.
manufacturers, turning their traditional sports cars into SUVs, and getting rid of the good high horsepower, you know, petrol stuff and going electric. And yeah, it's really sad to see, but it's nice to see some manufacturers holding on to it a little more than others. Porsche being one of them. That's why I love part of the reason why I love Porsche so much.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it's the government. It's kind of like pushing them to go that route. It's like think that by 2030, most cars have to be EV.
Yeah,
Otherwise they can't circulate.
yeah, especially in your state.
Yeah, yeah, they're pushing them like crazy, man. EV this, EV this, EV that. But I mean, they're expensive as hell for one. And yeah, I mean, you get the $7,500 rebate and stuff like that, but still, you have to wait a whole year to get that.
Yeah,
You know.
finding charging stations and all that stuff. And I used to work at an automotive dealership too. And when I was working at Honda, a lot of the people that had insights and the EV Civics, the older EV Civics that were hybrid, electric, and whatnot. They were starting to come in because they were having problems with their IMA batteries, which is the main battery that powers the wheel drives and stuff. And yeah, those are not cheap. I mean, we're talking like Insights had terrible resale value at the time, and that was 5 years ago when I was doing it, I think.
Hmm.
And yeah, they were spending more getting the IMA batteries replaced than the car was actually worth. So it's like,
Yeah,
what's going to happen with Tesla and all these other companies? I mean, by the time you hit that 10-year mark or whatever, and they start crapping out, how much are those going to be to replace? So
yeah, that's a problem. I mean, look at Tesla. It's like every so often, they have a recall on, so many models. It's like it doesn't, they can't get their shit together.
yeah,
The competition seems to be doing a lot better than them, which is good. Somebody has to,
yeah,
because like you said, if that battery goes, if it fails on you, you're screwed. Unless you buy one of those extended warranties, you're good. But even if you don't, then what?
yeah. even then,
Yeah,
it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, and then I don't know about in Arizona, but out here we have there's been a lot of power outages, a lot, like a lot. So what if we have what if we have one of those like then what? And people can't drive because their cars aren't charged.
Yeah,
I think they should stick with a hybrid thing. It's like half gas, has half electric, just in case. But it
yeah,
doesn't
and
it doesn't it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The government keeps pushing for freaking EV cars, man.
yeah, and there's some really cool sports cars out there that are hybrid, and I like them. 914 and McLaren P1, was a hybrid, and yeah, we'll see which way it goes. I see James. What's up, James, in the chat?
What's up? How's it going,
What's up,
Hewitt?
buddy?
How's it going, man? Hewitt says mine is the last call RT. Yeah, he just bought one. Has a batch under the hood. Once it's pro charged, it will hang with scats. Then it will
My
become.
man.
Yeah,
I
nice.
was wondering when the Pro Charger was coming. Oh yeah,
Simple Customs. They have a truck out now, $100,000. Wow.
yeah. Well, Adrian, I gotta go. I got some stuff to do today, but I just wanted to hop in and say what's up to you and everybody. But hope you guys have a. I'll be tuning in the chat on the background. So yeah,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no
I will.
problem, man. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I will catch you guys there, and yeah, I hope you have some better luck locally. I hope we all do for sure. So, but if not, there's always the premium 164 guys. Never forget. Just dip your toe in.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, as we keep as the holidays are quickly approaching, hopefully, stores start getting some more shipments. But yeah, Derek, thank you much for chiming in and sharing your opinion with us. It's always good to have you, brother.
My pleasure, buddy. Thanks for having me, and you're always welcome on my streams too. Remember that. So,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we'll catch you guys soon. Happy hunting, happy collecting. Remember, it's about the cars, not the money.
Yes, sir.
All
All
right,
right,
guys.
guys. Later, Derek. Yeah, so that's our buddy Derek. Giving us his opinion on what's going on in stores and stuff like that. What's up, James? Thank you for tuning in. He's saying what's up to pretty much everybody. Let me catch up to these comments here. Jeremy Lance, what's up, everyone? Okay. What's up, Eddie? How's it going? Now we have the two Eddies in the house. And sorry if I missed anybody's comment. I was, chatting up with Derek, as you guys saw. So hopefully you guys were chatting it up against, amongst yourself. So pretty cool. Bobby, Jeremy, Sean Carroll says Chargers and Challengers are going to get EVs. Yeah, Dodge has the EV two door muscle car, but at some time it's that they're going. Yeah, yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's not much we can do about it. I mean, like it or not, the government always has the last word. The last, what they say goes, and we pretty much, we're at their mercy, pretty much, man. Let's see. Hide comments. Jeremy Lance. So yeah, guys. I mean, I hope you guys have been having better luck than me and Derek and other guys out there. Yeah, I mean, I've hit a few stores. I had. I'm not going to get into names because I've noticed that every time I throw a name out there, it bites me in and behind. So I'm not going to name a place, but I went to this one place. They got three cases. All three cases were duds. I went to another place. They got two cases duds, and yeah, man. I mean, it's like in order for you to get a super, you really, really have to be on it like religiously. There's no other way to put it. And I honestly, I just don't have that kind of time or patience, to be honest with you, to be doing that, man. And yeah, guys, I have my fan on, so it's freaking hot out here, man. So yeah, so I hope everyone is doing well. And now let me show you what Mini GT is coming out with, man. Let's see, StreamYard. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Uh, oh, great. Hold on. Let's try this again. Sorry, guys. All right, there it is. So yeah, man, GT is coming up with a lot of cool stuff. Let me see here. Anyways, guys, sorry, man. I can't get this thing to. I can't get it to do what I want it to do. Darn it! I should have just created a freaking a slideshow. Anyways, okay. Yeah, let me exit out of here, man. Sorry, guys. But yeah, guys. Sorry, I couldn't. There we go. I couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to do. Yeah. So yeah, guys. If you guys haven't had a chance, go check out what other diecast makers are coming out with. Mini GT, Mini GT, Kato House, Tarmac Works. You know, those car makers are are coming up with a lot of heat, man. And truth be told, I mean, most of these cars are putting some of these Hot Wheels cars to shame. So, I mean, once again, I don't blame people for wanting to start collecting, for going the premium way, because it's so hard to find the Hot Wheels that we all want and love. Let me read some of these comments. Man, a new dually diesel Chevy loaded is nearly close to 100. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, that's what I say about the EV cars, man. I mean, the government wants people to buy them. They need to make them more affordable or something, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure eventually, they'll come down in price. But for the most part, a lot of cars still have their bugs. They have a lot of problems, especially Tesla. It's like every so often you hear that there's a recall on certain models and this and that. So I don't know, man. BV Luminous, I don't miss anything about acceleration and how big the truck is. I'll get another. Yeah, in my opinion, it's like the gravitational gravity is the only thing that's pretty cool about it. Where because it sits at the bottom, which is most of the weight of the car is at, whereas in a traditional gas powered vehicle, it sits in the middle. So when you're on the highway, you could feel the that vibration. Whereas in an EV vehicle. It's a pretty smooth. You almost feel like you're gliding. Pretty cool. And no, I don't own an EV vehicle, but I test driven one, and they're pretty cool. Different brands, yeah, they're pretty cool. Very very smooth drive, smooth to drive. But yeah, it's going to be a long shot before I'm uh, I'm able to afford one of those. What's up, Subi? How's it going, man? I hope all is well. Sorry if I didn't say hello to you earlier. Aaron Scott, the Legend of Hunting. Yeah, yeah, that would definitely be Derek. Okay. Our commander in chief is saying what's up to Aaron, Scott, and Rapid Nismo. Rapid Nismo, I'm sorry if I missed you, brother. If you'd like to hop on for a little bit, let me post the link so you could hop on and share. Just come talk to us, tell us what you've been up to and stuff like that. So there's that. Aaron Scott, I've been on a huge Auto World. It sucks. We never get any. Wow. Yeah, that's and Aaron, that honestly that would be Mattel's fault. I mean, if they start losing customers to other, to their respective counterparts, it's nobody else's fault but theirs. To be honest with you, I mean, they're the ones that I don't know, man. I mean, they're trying all these different things, all these different outlets, and they're just trying to see what works, what doesn't work, and I get it. It's a business. Whatever they do, it's their deal. But honestly, they're losing a lot of customers because of these deals that they're crafting with these large corporations like Amazon and stuff like that. So Aaron Scott Hewitt's not sure what that means. Let's see here. BB Luminous. I go every morning, every day, and I hate it. Might quit. Yeah, BB Luminous. Like I said, I mean a lot of stuff. It's Amazon. Now having a piece of the pie, and then it doesn't help that every quarter stores are doing what's called the reset. Pretty much what it is they're clearing out the products that are not that are not moving. They're and it has to do with the inflation too. Stuff are some stuff are going up in price. Some stuff is being going coming down in price. So it's a combination of all those things. Distribution, a lot of stuff is still, to my understanding, is still stuck up on in the ports. So and oh yeah, there's this one guy I met a while ago. He says, and I don't believe, I don't know how credible this is. I mean, I don't know this guy I haven't known this guy for very long, but supposedly he works over at the docks over in San Pedro and LAX, and he says that supposedly, him and some other guys go through the cases when they get there, and I don't know how they're able to pull that off, but supposedly one time they went to, they cracked like 160 cases and not a single super was in there. So I mean, I'm not saying I believe him, but yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if I wouldn't be surprised if that stuff, if that's someone or a group of people at the docks are already doing that. Because I know Walter over at the hotline of Hot Wheels has gone to Walmart's, and he says that when they bring out the pallets, they cut the tape, the wrap off the merchandise, and the case is already opened. So I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's hard to blame the employees at the warehouse when the pallets are still shrink wrapped. But I don't know. It could be the employees, cutting the shrink wrap and shrink wrapping them, just to make it seem like they're still fresh out of the truck. I don't know, man. This day and age, I believe everything is possible. Everything and anything is possible. Jeremy Lance, I agree. If you want to get a chase or anything popular, definitely feels like you need to put the miles on and time in. I personally don't have that. Yeah, yeah, that's a problem. I mean, if yeah, either way, if you want a chase, super, one way or another, you have to you have to pay the price, right? Whether it's like Jeremy Lance is saying, whether it's gas on gas or just buying it online. In my opinion, with the cost of gas these days, you're probably better off just buying it on the third market or something, because it's gonna you're gonna end up paying about the same, if not more, on gas, plus wear and tear in your car. So you know at the same time, I'm not encouraging anybody to do it. You know I would suggest more working out a trade or something, going to one of those local honey holes that sells like a collector, like the collector stores where they sell Hot Wheels and stuff like that. Yeah, they're a little pricey, but some of the store owners take you could take whatever you have. I know Derek has done it before. He's taken some cars he's not interested in, and he gets like store credit towards whatever he wants. I'm not saying all of them, but it's something that you have to work out with the store owner for sure. Hold on. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Aaron Scott, prefer the 85 pickup or Forerunner with a 22 RE and solid axle. Those are very tough to find these days. I had a few of them, but sold them over the years. Yeah, Simple Customs. Yeah, I've seen it at my store and retape about. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I mean, everybody is out for is out to make a quick buck. I mean, I get it. Times are tough, but at the same time, I mean, there is money. There is money to be made doing other things. You don't have to resort to this, but a lot of people don't want to work for it anymore. That's the problem. But even then, I mean, there's other ways. Like I said, I mean, you could jump, you could hop on any of the delivery apps. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Amazon Flex. If you want to make a quick buck, that's an excellent way to do it, man. I mean, yeah, the money's out there, guys. You just have to be willing to put in a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and get your lazy ass out there and do it, man. That's all there's to it. Rico Bobby, Aaron Scott, my man. I drive a Yoda Taco and Ford Runner. Also have a 1997 Toyota Paseo convertible. Nice. BB Luminous rewrap. Yeah, that's what. Like I said, man. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if employees are doing that just to kind of cover their asses. Just to make it seem like trying to put the blame on truck drivers or people at the ports. Aaron Scott, very nice. Luminous. The other thing is bad, but also true. Yep. Jeremy Lass, I have been trying to make as many connections around me to source stuff. I am needing meet a couple of guys who work security at Walmart, and they get into cases before they hit the floor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's nothing new. I mean, Walmart is notorious for for people doing that, man. And unfortunately, it's not going to stop. It's never going to stop. And you know that's why I encourage you guys to network with good people. Work out a trade. Try not to, if it's something that if it's a vintage casting that you can't find anywhere else. It's understandable. There's no other way you could possibly get it. Then yeah, you have to pay what you got to pay in order to get it, right? Or trade. But yeah, try to network with good people, man. And they'll be willing to help you out if they can. Aaron Scott, my plan is to get a four-door taco and a 5-speed swap with tool cases. And says, man, my join left fairly soon and sit in my mini lap. Go for it, Rapo. I would love to have you, brother. I would love to have you. Chat it up with you. It's been a while. I know you're still doing your thing on your channel, and we appreciate the time and effort that you put into taking photos, and you do a very good job, man. I don't always comment, but you better believe that I always smash that like button for you. So BV Luminous nailed it. People don't want to work. Yeah, especially the new new generation. I mean, they're not. And I don't know. I mean, it might be a cultural thing, but a lot of my thing is a lot of times all of these teaching kids how to work hard and stuff like that. All this stuff has to start from the home. It starts from it's got to the parents have to instill that and teach that to kids. Otherwise, kids are always gonna, if you just give things to your kids without without expecting them or teaching them to earn things, they're just gonna go through life taking things for granted. And that's the one thing that my wife and I have always tried to do with our kids. Teach them um, how to work hard to get what they want. um, and I mean, hope, and so far so good. So far so good. It's been working, but you know the more and more the more and more I see kids out there, they just they don't seem, I don't know. I mean, you go somewhere, you go to any place. Let's say you go to a McDonald's, a tacos, any place. You don't see the same level of customer service that there was when back in our day, when when we were teenagers. And it's not the same. It's the environment is more relaxed. They, a lot of kids, they're just there for to get a paycheck. They don't really care about their job. They don't care. They don't even, some people don't even know how to treat people. They don't even know how to talk to people. And I think in a way technology has a lot to do with that, because you know walk into a store and look what's going on. Look what's going on around you. They have these kiosks where you can place your order, and then you just wait around for your order. They don't have that face-to-face customer service like they did back in our day. So all that, I think all of that is being lost along the way, and it's not helping us as a society, um, to be honest with you. So that's just my opinion. Honest, Diecast says, take your time, Rapid. We're enjoying hearing Adrian talk. This will be the Rapid Live when you hop on. Yep. Yeah, it's always good to have a Rapid Nismo, and as long as he doesn't show us that hideous, what is it, the Nissan Juke. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Aaron. I know how how important that car is to you and what it means to you. So we just like giving you a hard time. BV Luminous, I want to make the cab of my car resistant to interference from passengers and drive people around for money. Yeah, as about that BV Luminous. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't like having other people in my vehicle. And I'm saying this because I do Uber Eats and DoorDash. I prefer to just pick up whatever. Sometimes it's groceries, sometimes it's shop and pay. I'd rather just go pick up food or shop for a customer for what they need and go deliver it to their place of business or the house, and then that's it. You know, I mean, there's just there's just too many crazy people out there these days. The BV Luminous. I want to make. Okay, got it. Aaron's got can't stop, won't stop. Bad boy for live. What's up, brother? Hewitt says, "I don't want to work, but I need things." So there you have it. James, I think everybody in this chat agrees with you, man. You know, but at the same time, James, it seems to me like you enjoy what you do. I might be wrong, but it seems like you work for a good company. You obviously have a good boss. You shared a while back ago that despite the challenges the business was having, the owner was still generous to give some of you guys a bonus. I don't know if it was a company thing or only the people who had more seniority got the bonus and stuff like that. It seems like you're at a good place. So the important thing is love what you do or don't do it at all. And if you have to do it, then it better pay well in order for you to put up with all the BS that you have to put up with. So that's my advice and my take on that, man. I know if it were up to you, James. I know you would probably make customs and sell them for a living. That seems like it would be your thing. But I don't know. It's just wait until retirement. Collect the that Social Security check, and then you could make your customs and sell them on the side. I know you're kind of doing that now, but when you retire, you could be doing it like full time and just get some extra income doing that way. Supplement your income. Yeah, life. BV Luminous still want to work, and I don't like dealing with people, but I drive for better than most of them. Yeah. Jeremy Lance, it is for sure, Derek. But luckily, I don't go to the store much anymore. It is what it is. I don't get mad anymore. Just annoyed. Yeah, honestly, Jeremy, I'm pretty much at that point already where you know I don't get frustrated anymore. It's more something that I kind of expect it nowadays. It's like after I want to say it's about it's been a couple of years since it's been like that. Like ever since COVID hit, it's been like that, man. It's been a roller coaster. I've had some pretty good strides, pretty good luck finding stuff here and there, and there I go to a long period of time where I don't find very much. Like right now. I mean, I got lucky to get a few things from K Case. This truck in particular. It's probably one of the five cars that I'm interested in that case. Of course the super, but it is what it is. We have to kind of suck it up and just come to terms that it's not gonna get better anytime soon, man. I mean, unless stores start getting some more merch distribution and all that stuff. So Rico Bobby, I don't want to work. I just want to bang the drum all day. Nice. Rock on, brother. Rock on. BV Luminous, I know. So what you got to do is make enough to stop working. Yeah. Yeah, either that or win the lotto, man. I mean, that would be the ideal situation, right? Eddie says, I went to the flea market yesterday and a guy at the booth was selling Xanax for $15 to $25. Wow. Mainlines for $5 to $7. Supers for 65 to 100. LOL. I told him that's why they are still sitting on the table. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize, a lot of people don't realize, that, times are very tough for a lot of people, for some people always have it worse than others, and I'm sure they're willing to negotiate, but I mean the room for the chances of them lowering their prices is is very slim sometimes. I mean, I've never been to a flea market, but I've heard stories, and pretty much everybody that sets up tables to sell their diecast or whatever, they all have that same mentality. So it's like, this is the best price. I mean, give or take, they'll knock off, $5, $7, but still, it's not that much. So, Aaron Scott, when I work out of town in the city, even the pants are behind locked because cases. I feel sorry for all the people that live in the city. Must be miserable for hunting. Yeah, I know. I know for a while, one of my local WalMarts was locking up the dioramas and the premiums. Because there was so much theft. I mean, now there seems to be a little bit more laxed. I don't know if they just hired more security, or they put more security cameras or what have you. But yeah, for the longest time, yeah, premiums, dioramas were kept behind a case. I know I know that Target, not collectibles, but what they keep locked up is, believe it or not, detergent and pretty much household essentials. It's just a lot of theft going on, and that's probably why some retailers are refraining from buying more cases. Particularly like the dollar stores of the world, 99-cent stores. You go ask, and they from my experience, they all tell me the same thing. Sometimes they even hesitate to bring the case out. They tell cases out for that same reason. They think if they bring something out, people are just gonna either make a mess, or they're just gonna take take the cars that they want and run out of the store. I've heard it many times, and it's sad. I mean, you hear those things, and it makes you upset, because it's because of people like that ruin it for uh, us people who collect, honestly and in good faith and whatnot. But what can we do, man? Rico Bobby BB Lumen is exactly that's it, Eddie. Okay, Rapid Dismal is in the house. I was just trying to catch up to these comments, so without further ado, let's let our friend Aaron, aka Rapid Nismo, let's bring him in. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, man?
Oh, it's about 1,000,000 degrees in this mini. Not fun.
Oh wow. Let's see here.
It's literally 1,000,000,000 degrees in here.
Do you have the AC on?
No, it's not even on. It's not even my car yet. It'll be
Ah,
mine
nice.
next year. Be mine about May. About then.
It'll be
I
it'll
thought
be yours. It'll be officially yours by next year.
that's sitting in front. That's always going to be my dad's.
Uh huh.
And then when I get my test done, this will be mine. Hopefully, if I actually pass. I've got my cap on like an absolute buffoon because I can't see. It doesn't really matter either way. But yeah, things have been very busy. very, very busy. But I'm finally done with school, somewhat. I've got one more day to go back and get results from my tests, and then after that, I'm completely done. And hopefully, if everything goes well, get an apprenticeship working on Aston Martins for a living, which will be a dream come true, which I certainly couldn't complain about, and I don't think anyone would be able to either. It's definitely a dream job.
So remind us again, Aaron. What apprenticeship is it?
Well, I went there today to do some shooting with my camera, and got approached, or sort of talking, and they offered sort of to have a word and speak. Where basically it's an apprenticeship on restoring and maintaining Aston Martins from anything from early 1900s to the most recent stuff.
Okay,
The
so
stuff in there.
so automotive. Okay,
Yeah, but the stuff that they have in that garage is worth anything from £200,000 all the way up to 6 million. So you can imagine the amount of money that's in there is just absolutely mental,
nice.
mind
Let's
blowing. In fact,
nice. Let's say hello to Mr. Sean. Hey, Sean, how you doing,
What's up,
brother?
gentlemen?
Thanks for tuning in. How's everything?
Everything's good, guys. Sorry if there's an
Nice.
echo and stuff. I'm sitting in my dining room for a change.
No, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
At least I have
We
more headroom.
we we all we all work with what we have. It's all good, man. Thanks for tuning in. I hope all is well.
All is good. I haven't been doing much, but I chip in whatever I can. I've been building a shed in my backyard. It's done. We just need to put the steps down, and everything is done.
Oh yeah. I remember last time you were on. You said you guys were working on a couple of projects in your house, your garage or something, right?
Yeah, the shed is done, and once that's done, the garage is getting knocked down and rebuilt.
Nice,
Is It's, for the lack of a better term, a shitbox.
nice. What about you, Aaron? What you been up to, man?
what haven't
Besides,
I been up to? The weather has been absolute. This is literally the first day it's been hot in the whole of summer. All the time I've been off since finishing school, it has rained every single day, and it's not just a little bit of dribble. It's been torrential rain constantly, which isn't exactly great for wanting to go out or do anything remotely diecast related. So that's why I think it was a 3 or 4 weeks where I didn't upload, which was not great. I will admit that right now, and I apologize to anyone who was expecting an upload. I did promise one, and then it didn't happen because when I went to film it, it was a fairly clear day, and then the heavens opened, and I just couldn't upload. And then I went to upload again, and it didn't work. And then the next week, it was just rain again. So yeah, I've just had an awful time recently, trying to get anything done. Finally got this clear, wonderful weather, which you can probably see coming through the window, which is filthy. Yeah, it's been busy, very, very busy, but definitely an experience and a half having this amount of time off, because this will be the most amount of time I will have off in my whole life until I'm retired. So basically, just trying to enjoy it as much as I can until I'm in the world of work, which will be scary, considering when I first sort of met you guys, mainly Derek, I was 12, and now
yeah.
I'm about to get my driving license at 17, which will be in December, which is mad.
Wow,
Quite
wow.
the transformation.
It's been that
And I'm
long, huh?
currently, well, yeah, it has. I'm currently sitting in my future first car. Well, I say future, it is my first car, a 2011 Mini Cooper diesel, which you guys never got. And it's definitely an exciting place to be, because this means I can go out on diecast hunts all around the country if I wanted to, and film my adventures if I
Have
also
you
wanted to.
right? Have you gone out hunting in your car there?
Well, no, because I physically can't drive it yet.
No.
Physically can't, legally or, But
Gotcha.
I did a hunt. What was it, last week? Well, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I only uploaded it last week. And that was where I found L case. Oh no, not L case. A fresh M case, which I got the brand new Alfa Romeo GTV6, which I've just uploaded a review of. What a fantastic casting that is, by the way. I can't, even if you aren't an Italian fan, I'll always say this about every cast because I only pick up the stuff I actually like. But if you don't like Alfa Romeo, which I don't know how you don't, because they are fantastically beautiful in every single way.
I agree.
Seriously, if you guys find them, aside from it having brand new wheels for the first time ever seen, in the Hot Wheels lineup, they are fantastic, sort of stretched vintage four-spoke racing wheel, which I should have mentioned in the review, but I forgot. If you don't like Astons, regardless of that, pick it up. It is a fantastic Aston. It is beautiful. It is absolutely nailed perfectly, from what I can tell, 1/64 scale. It is just fantastic. And if you guys haven't picked it up already or haven't found it, get yourself out there and find it, because I know they're rife in the UK. People are even finding what was it? People are even starting to find N case here, which is mad. Yeah, it's a crazy time to hunt in the UK right now.
Nice. Yeah, I found. You're talking about the Spectacle Artist set, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
No,
That
no,
Alpha
I'm
Romeo.
talking about
Because
the end. It's the
there's two.
NK Alfa Romeo GTV6 3 liter. Fantastic.
Oh,
First time that's ever come out.
oh, I thought you were talking about the two Alfa Romeos from the Spectacle Ari premium set.
No, no. Although they are
Oh,
quite nice,
you know what?
I won't pick them myself up.
You know what? I found the full sets, and honestly, I'm not impressed. I believe I mentioned that in one of my pet hunt videos. I'm not impressed, so I just left them behind. Of
Yeah.
course, had I picked up, had I found the Lamborghini Chase, of course I would have picked that up. But I haven't had any luck with regular, with the chases, premium chases, super treasure hunts, or any other chase of any other brand in quite some time. So it is what it
Oh,
is. Like as I was sharing earlier, I mean, it's gotten to the point where I go out and hunt, and if I don't find anything, I don't get frustrated anymore. It's something that I kind of expect, and if
I
and when
mean,
I do, and if and when I do find something, I'm like, yeah, finally, But
that's crazy for me because I remember I reflect when I first sort of got in touch with you guys, or rather the other way around for you. It was a complete flip on its head because I used to look at your guys' videos in the States, mainly Derek's because it was the main one who I started watched for hunts back then. But this was only 2 or 3 years ago now, maybe even, yeah, about 3 years ago. I mean, it's crazy because I used to look and I used to go, look at that you just found. That's a bunch of premiums, and we never get them here. Team transports, I couldn't even imagine seeing them here. And
yeah.
now it's the other way around. We're the ones getting the team transports and the premiums, and even Boulevard is starting to show up in a certain chain of shops called Smiths here.
Oh, nice.
And you guys aren't getting anything. I mean, like I say, I posted a review on the Mazda MX-5 that was in the Premium Boulevard series not that long ago, and they're old now. We're getting the new ones, the ones with the Holden, the yellow Holden, and a few other bits and pieces. And those I thought were only ever going to be in the States and only ever would be. And then we started appearing late last year, and it's been mad because we are the first ones in the world to get them, which is crazy because I never thought that would ever happen. But it's a very interesting shift from what I've seen. You guys have gotten nothing, we guys have gotten everything. Mad. I never thought it would ever happen, and I don't think any of you guys did either.
That's true. Uh,
Yeah.
what's your experience, Sean? Tell me.
Well, I mean, normally when I'm out hunting, I'm thinking, okay, but everyone in the States is going to get some of the stuff before I do. Now I think it's the other way around after hearing what Aaron just said.
Hmm.
So, like, the only the only premium I found this month, not this month, but my latest premium was this. So, the the Alfa Romeo. And I'm like,
Okay.
people in other parts of the world have found this before me, so I'm like, does Canada get stuff later? Like, what's going on? A friend of mine
Honestly,
suggested that COVID screwed everything up.
I think that places all over the world are getting things at random. It's like you never know who's going to get what, and
You
it's
see,
not it's not like it was before COVID, where you kind of you were kind of at least out here, us collectors in the U.S. were able to, we kind of knew when things were going to hit, and that's when we kind of, we that's around the time we went to the stores, and we pretty much knew we were going to find something. And now it's like a roll of the dice every single time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Personally, sorry,
yeah, yeah.
personally, I have
That
a slightly different sort of take on it. I think it was sort of going from 2021 into 23 when that massive sort of shift happened. And I could say it was a massive shift because it is. You guys went from having absolutely everything to nothing. And 2021 was the first time that sort of happened. Late 2021, I remember finding things going, Derek, have you found this? And he goes, no. And I'd found it months before I ever saw it appear in any of his videos or anything he was producing or any good you guys were producing. So I think it was very much like a late cotton on for sort of a mix of things, COVID, and then you had that massive sort of Walmart thing that happened, the burn down. I think it was happened, something huge Walmart facility burned down.
yeah,
Um,
Hmm.
I remember discussing that a few years ago. And then it's sort of just a bunch of things. And I'm guessing right now, because I haven't been too into diecast recently, which I've hugely apologized to everyone. I know I said I will get back into it, and I haven't. I've
it's
been
okay.
very busy this summer with various
It's okay.
things, shooting real life photography and all that, which I've got to share, do an update and all that on my actual channel. But no, I think it's definitely more of a sort of cotton on for a bunch of things that have sort of shifted into one, which is a very unfortunate event for all of you guys who are collecting the states. Very, very unfortunate because it's not just a few things that have gone into it. Everything has clashed into one, which has sort of created something like a desert for you guys, which I really, really do feel for you because I know how difficult that is. It used to be exactly what it was like for here. It's a total 180 from what it used to be. Total.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Now, us here in the state know exactly how you felt back when, like when we used to go out there and hunt, and it was pretty much a sure thing that we would find something. And you guys like, well, good shucks, man, you guys are so lucky. Like, you guys keep finding all this stuff, and we're not getting jack over here. And like you said, Aaron, yeah, I mean, it seems like, yeah, things, things have changed a lot. I mean,
Oh
post
yeah.
COVID, and it's, I don't know.
I mean,
like
it's
like I said, I
changed
don't,
that much.
yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't even get upset anymore. It's just something that I just kind of expect, kind of like
It's
how you
changed
guys
that
felt.
much
Yeah,
that
it's
we're
kind of,
even. It's that way even. You know the box sets you guys get in Walmart. The box sets,
Yeah.
the
yeah,
premium
yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
You know the new Nissan one, the classic Skylines and all that they're in it, the white ones.
Oh yeah, that
The
one.
diorama, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
They are now becoming peg warmers here. No one's buying them. There's just vast amounts of them. There's maybe 20 on each shelf of a certain chain of shops, again, Smiths, that
I've
no one's
never
buying
seen
them.
that many.
All of your American, the American crates, the crate boxes that you can get, all of those, 30 of them in every store. No one's buying them. If you guys were sort of in the same position, they'd all be snapped up straight away. That's how crazy it is. No one wants them because they're, say, 25 quid each. But if you know what I mean? It's crazy. I just find the shift absolutely sort of mind-numbingly sort of crazy, if you know what I mean, without putting it stupidly. It is a crazy shift, and I do genuinely feel for all you out there because I know exactly how it feels. It absolutely sucks. You know what I mean? It is
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
It is an awful time, and I do apologize, everyone. I'm gonna have to go. I will be in chat. I've got my tea waiting for me. I've got an angry text from my mum saying I need to get in the house, otherwise I will have it thrown in the bin, which is not great. So I've got to get gone. Thank you all very much for having me. I might be on later if you're still on. Thank you very much, Big A or Adrian, as always, for your constant support and everyone in chat who knows me and watches me and puts up with his awful voice. Thank you so much for your constant support, and thank you for letting me steal the live stream once again in my mini with the Nismo
No,
sitting right in front. Thank you all honestly so much for the just inundated support and messages on Instagram, YouTube, all of those. Thank you all so much. I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. That's
you're
my ramble
welcome.
done.
You're welcome.
Awesome,
You're welcome,
Aaron.
Aaron. You're welcome here
Okay,
anytime. Take care if you come
stay safe,
back.
everyone.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Come back if you
I've got to
can.
do the last line.
Sure.
Good luck on
Stay
your
safe,
goals,
everyone.
man.
Have fun, and of course, stay juking.
Stay joking, man.
juking.
Oh man. Okay. Ooh, let's see. There we go.
Here we go.
Oh man, yeah, it's always good to hear from Aaron. I'm glad he's doing well.
Yeah, I'm glad he's moving up in life. I'm proud of him.
Are you experiencing the same kind of deal over there in your neck of the woods, Sean?
Well,
As far as going from limited diecast to quite a more and more
yeah.
variety of stuff, or
Yeah,
is
I
it
mean,
still
when
pretty
I
much the
first
same?
started, I just mostly focused on classic cars because I loved classic cars in high school. So, but then I started collecting other things and stuff. But I joined the community after COVID hit, like when I was in college. So I wasn't even aware of the stuff that was going on in America while you were collecting diecast. I was thinking you were the lucky ones while I was just getting stuff later, and I mean later. Like that Fast and Furious like in Hypersport, good example. Everyone was finding that and I found mine like a few months later.
Yeah,
So I used to think you were get so I think you're getting stuff before us. Now I'm starting to think it was way before that, before COVID hit. If that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean everything. Yeah, I mean COVID definitely screwed a lot of things up. Distribution, all kinds. Everything. Factories being shut down due to COVID,
In fact,
but
during
yeah, man. I mean, hopefully, the situation gets better because I don't
yeah.
know. What do you think that what do you think that about Amazon being in the game? Now that they're selling these Hot Wheels black boxes, do you think that's affected? The reason why stores are getting less distribution of stuff, or what's your opinion on that? Sure.
I haven't seen the black box set yet, but I could sort of see where you're coming from with online shopping becoming more and more of a thing. Then I think going into a store would be an enthusiast's, thing over time. The same could be said for self-driving cars. Like when self-driving becomes more of a thing, then driving will be an enthusiast sport, like if you get the fun of driving back. The same could be said for hunting in stores because people are shopping online. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I mean, I know GameStop is doing it. If you want Hot Wheels, you have to go through their online. You have to buy them online. Kroger is offering the same thing now. I don't know if you know, but Kroger
Yeah, we don't
sells.
have Kroger's, so but GameStops we do have, and I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so now we have Kroger. I pretty much, I think pretty much everybody sells. I think even Dollar Tree. If you want to buy cases, you could order them online. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think Dollar Trees are doing that too. But I've heard stories that sometimes employees don't take the best care of the merchandise when they get them.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have gone to the store to pick up their cases, and they have like crush corners, or somebody opened the case by accident, thinking that it was a case that was supposed to go to that belonged to the store, and it
Hmm.
and it wasn't, and so yeah.
Yeah, like I can't count how many times I would go through a dump bin or whatever, and the card would be torn, bent, creased, or whatever, as opposed to something straight like this.
Getting a port, yeah.
Because the card would be warped and bent and stuff. Isabel, look at this. Look at this, bud. Look at
Yeah,
this. Look at this
it's
cat.
it's
Yes.
Isabel. It's all Isabel's fault. She's the one bending the cards and creasing them and
I,
scratching
I,
them, scratching
I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, this is Isabel. I've had her since
Nice.
2014. She had
Oh, nice.
kittens in 2014 when we first got her, so she got the name Mummy Cat kind of stuck.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Mummy?
Oh
She just
man.
waltzed in here. So I thought, why not?
Yeah.
Mummy, say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Yeah. Okay,
Nice.
you can go now.
Time to go chase some mice.
She actually did catch some mice. She did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just side
Oh
note,
man.
don't wear black around cats. They shed.
Yeah, I've heard.
Any cat parents in the chat? We relating.
No, I think I have two. I know I'm a cat parent. I know Derek is a cat parent. I don't know about anybody else. What about customs? Have you been? Do you have anything you're working on,
Oh,
Sean?
yes. In fact, this is my most recent custom. I got this in a little antique store with a little Duesenberg that was in perfect condition, but it's a 2001, says underneath, Celine S7.
Mm-hmm.
I found
Nice.
this. It was dirt infested, the axles broke off, and the paint was chipped. Brought it home. Let me get rid of the cat hair. Cleaned it all up and gave it some fresh yellow paint.
Nice.
Did that, and did you see Andrew over at Maple Leaf Customs, his Canada Day build offs?
I have not had a chance, but oh, nice.
I did a Roger Dodger this year.
Oh, cool. You even put the maple leaf on there. That's cool.
These things are actually nail stickers that girls put on their fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
So I used those.
Yeah, I've heard customizers saying that you could use those the nail decals on cars as well, and same process. You just clear coat them and they stay on there, so they work
Yeah, I
apparently.
mean, I used water tattoos as decals last year, and they worked brilliantly.
Really?
Yeah, you just apply them like you would on like your arm or something. Let that dry, clear coat it, and you do it like you would with a water slide.
How many coats of clear coat do you use for that you use for the
I
water
would
decal?
normally, I think I would apply 4 to 6 coats just to make sure everything is nice and even. You know what I
Four to
mean?
4 to 6 light coats, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like here's a Toyota Supra, a purple Supra.
Okay.
So the clear coat, I had to make sure it was all even. So it all depends on how much I spray. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 6 coats.
Did you keep the chrome mold wheels on that, or are they real
Oh
riders?
no, no, the wheels were black. I got some white wheels from a mystery model.
Oh, okay. But are they plastic or
Yeah, they're plastic. I have no real riders whatsoever, and it sucks.
hey,
But
it still looks good, right?
yeah, as long as it looks the part, I'm okay. And if they're plastic, I don't care about that.
Yeah, yeah. Like yeah, the lace wheels on the chrome mold or the plastic wheels. I don't mind them at all. I mean, I think they look very good.
Yeah,
Yeah, either maybe in white or chrome. I think they look pretty good.
yeah. And if anyone wonders what paint I use these. These are
Oh,
paint and primer mixes by Rust-Oleum. They have twice the coverage. They stick. It's perfect, and it's affordable. You can find it at hardware stores or Walmart or whatever.
okay, and that's paint or clear coat.
Yes, it's paint.
Nice.
But if I'm doing stuff like this, Mad Max stuff,
Oh, okay.
I like to. Sometimes I just keep the original paint on and just beat up the thing. And I have
Nice.
this Earthshade oil wash that I use
Mm-hmm.
just to. I dip it with a paintbrush and stroke it all over. Sometimes I thicken this stuff to get it darker or less for a lighter effect. And if you mess up, it's supposed to look messy, so there's no need to worry. you mess up, just paint more weathering on it. The end result will be fine.
That's true. That's a good thing about. I
Building,
guess I guess it would be considered a gas land, right? A gas
yeah,
land
about
building.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's where what Jay specializes in. We're at Jay's Customs.
Yep, JDC.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
You
Did you
can
see?
get.
Did you see the Porsche that he built for Derek? That thing is awesome, man.
I'm trying to I'm trying to remember if I saw it, but I've seen a lot of his.
Yeah,
He made a tank. I
yeah he does
remember
a
a tank.
yeah he does a lot of cool work, man.
Yeah,
Lots of cool stuff, man.
yeah, he does.
Yeah, I kind of miss him.
But
Unfortunately, he's going through some things, like as we all do.
yeah,
But hopefully we could have him back with us and share his work and chat it up with us. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
oh yeah, it would be good to see him again.
Yep. So what else is new, man?
Well, there's nothing really exciting going on, but I did go out for some mini golf yesterday.
Oh, nice.
My uncle is a golfer, so he decided to take us all out golfing for my cousin's birthday, and I was the, despite my uncle being a good golfer, I was the only one who got a hole in one.
Really?
Yeah, I made a community post about it, but we all had a good time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was in the course we went to was I think it was somewhere in Stouffville. So it was quite a ways from where I am, but still it was worth it.
Nice. Yeah, out here we have what's called golf stuff, and then there's forgot what the other place is called, but yeah, golf and stuff is pretty much the more popular one. Um, but yeah, I mean it's been a while since we've been to one of those. Pretty fun, especially at nighttime.
Oh yeah, like those glow in the dark mini golf places. Sort of
Hmm.
like they have the lights down and our clothes would glow and all that.
Yeah,
I've been to one of those many times as a kid. Oh, that was a lot of fun.
yeah. See, honest that guys work hard, sacrifice, and live like no one else. So later on, you can live like no one else. Yep, that's very true.
Indeed.
Jeremy Lance, I think more kids want to be TikTok famous than anything. Yeah, that seems to be the trend. It's like honestly, I mean, people want to make money as as easy as possible, and I don't blame them. I mean, if that's if it's if you can do it and you're successful at it, why not? Why not do it? But even then, I mean, you still need to put some time and effort. So that's where that's where well, you
That's
still
where it
need to
comes
teach.
in.
That's that you still need to teach your kids, how to be responsible and how to work hard and you know
Yeah,
all that stuff. And definitely make them work for things that they want. Like if they want a new phone, okay, I'll get you your phone, but these are this is what I want from you in order for you to get the latest iPhone or whatever, or the latest tablet. you know don't just give them stuff, because then they don't really appreciate them. They have fun with them, and they just take them for granted, and they go through life thinking that the mommy and daddy are always going to provide for them, and that's not the case.
that's true. Like us, we work hard. Although the grocery store I worked at back in like January and February, they were having hour cuts, so they had to let
Oh
me
no.
go. But I'm on the job hunt once again. But
Oh
I'm doing odd jobs in between. So it's not all bad.
yeah. Yeah, no,
Think of
it's
me as like a one man A team, like going around helping people.
yeah. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, the good thing is, right now you're still single, you're not married, you don't have any kids, so I mean that's a plus. I'm not saying that the situation is any less fortunate, but I mean at least you don't have that responsibility. It's like, well, geez, man. I mean, I got let go from my job. Then what am I going to do for income now? I mean, you
That's
could
true.
do, yeah. There's freelance work. There's gig work that you could go into. I don't know how if that's a thing over in Canada. I'm sure it is, but but yeah. I mean, there's other ways. It's like the saying goes. When a door closes, another one opens, right?
Yeah,
So
like an end could bring a new beginning.
yeah. So I mean, just because didn't work out in one place, it doesn't mean it's not going to work elsewhere. And sometimes it's for the better.
Yeah, that's something we
So
can all learn. We can all learn. Heck, especially during the awful times of the early 2020s.
yeah, yeah, and you have to go experience the bad and good. That way you know when if and when it happens again, you know how to handle the situation better. You don't go like you don't go bad and blaming the world and pointing fingers. Well, if this would have happened and this would have happened and so would have done this, and you can't do that. You have to you just gotta
Yeah,
pick yourself up, dust yourself up, and
yeah,
try something new.
yeah. I did that back when I was fixing motorcycles. Is at some point I was fixing motorcycles,
Oh, there you go.
but the shop moved and it was hard for me to get to. So you know, again, I had to they let me go. But I still keep in touch with those guys. They're super awesome. We all had
Gotcha.
a good laugh, and on my last day, I brought some butter tarts, homemade. My mother bakes superbly, and my boss said, "Can I take these to my mom? She loves butter tarts." And I'm like, "Take as many as you want." That's how
Hey,
good they were.
oh, nice.
Like chef's kiss.
Nice. See, that might be an opportunity for you right there, for you and your mom. Your mom could bake and you could sell them around the neighborhood,
Uh,
especially around the holidays.
I
Makes
told her to go on a baking show, but she said, "No, absolutely not.
Oh my
Not worth
gosh.
the bother."
Yeah.
She's like, she's not good enough.
See, that's yeah. You can't think that you're gonna fail in anything you try to do. Because if you do that, you automatically fail. I mean, at least try. If it works, great. If it doesn't, at least you try. You know,
Yeah,
yeah. Otherwise, you might come to regret it at some point. Like, shoot, maybe I should have listened to Sean. Maybe it could have worked out.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
But
funny thing is, I actually got recommended to the motorcycle shop after I graduated college.
oh, nice. What
So
what was your major?
I was an assistant to the main mechanics and technicians.
Right. No, but in school, in
Oh,
college, what was your major?
I don't think I really had a major skill or anything except for being a team player. So I
Okay.
suppose you could say that's my strongest suit.
Right. Okay. What I mean is, okay, what was your area of study? What was your focus like in college? Or were you?
Motorcycle and power sport product repair techniques.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
And
Let's
that was a
see.
good course.
Yeah, I bet it was. Hot Wheels. James says, what always worked for me was to look forward to something I want to do. Then realize nobody else is going to get it for. No one else is going to get it from you. Then I amped up to get it. Yeah. Yeah.
Good point,
Yeah. That's
James.
very true. Yeah. You have to. Yeah. I mean. Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to give you anything in life. I mean, if you want it,
You
and
gotta work for it.
you got to work for it. And there is no, there is no other way around it. I mean, there
You gotta
is,
work
but
for this.
yeah, there is, but it's not going to be the right way. It's not going to be, it's going to be, You definitely don't want to go and go out and steal or go about things the right way, because you might get away with it a few times, but sooner or later you're going to get caught, and that's not gonna go very well for you in the long run.
Yeah,
You
I
know, if you
hear you.
get yeah, if you get caught, that stuff goes on your permanent record, and good luck finding a job that with having that on your record.
Yeah,
Aaron Scott, Aaron Scott, retirement shoot probably won't have any of that. I'm only 35, probably have to work till I can't no more. I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Yeah, like I said, Aaron. Yeah, I mean the only way to hopefully you win the lotto, man. That's the only
yeah.
way.
Then you could do stuff like this.
Or yeah, you could, or if you have like a rich relative out there, and he or she are generous to leave you on their will, you inherit some money. That would be the other way. But James says, yes, I have an excellent job, and the boss owner is awesome. That is always a plus. It's welding though, so it's rough and hot as a a cayenne pepper's crotch right now, but it's good money.
That is true. That is true. I did some welding in my college course. Like, and in like my final year of high school, we have a dual credit course where we go to a college and focus on a certain thing, which in my case was welding.
Hmm.
Although I was a little nervous because, oxyacetylene and all that, it felt like working with a bomb. But at the end of the day, it all worked out. I was able
Yeah,
to weld. I like that approach, James. Me too, man. Me too.
Derek diddle that. Aaron says, I can't think of anything worse than being an influencer. Influencer, that word just makes me want to throw myself headfirst on a bridge. We're doomed. I'll be happy on my own garage full of BMWs watching the world burn. Wow.
Wow. Man.
Well, Aaron, like I said, I mean, if don't knock it till you try it. What if you become an influencer, and it works out for you? I mean, it could be what you're doing right now. What you enjoy doing. Or whatever, anything that you're passionate about. You don't know. You know, you could be successful. You won't know it unless you try it, right? So, but I mean, if that's not in your wheelhouse, if you don't foresee yourself doing it, that's not something that you love or see yourself doing, then do something else. There's Sean. I hear you, Jeremy. I don't get frustrated if I don't find something. Plus, not finding something when I hunt to help me control my patience. Be patient, and things will be okay. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you on that one, Sean. I mean, when things are meant to be for you, you're gonna find them no matter what. I mean, things. Just kind of let things come to you, and
Yeah.
that will save you a lot of frustration. And
Yes.
yeah.
Like
Oh, what you got there,
I had
man?
the Matchbox 70th
Oh,
anniversary special edition CA Corvette with the
oh,
opening engine bay. I put this on a video not too long ago.
nice.
I also found one of the neon speeders,
Which one is this one?
the Hot
What
Wheels neon speeders.
Right. What model is this?
It's Rally Cat. It
Ah,
was the only one left, but it's okay.
yeah. I
I'm
found
looking at
like I found like three of them. Of course, the least popular ones, but at
yeah,
at $4 a pop, well, 3.99. So after taxes, it's
yeah. This was like
about
over $5 for me.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, at 3.99 a pop, it's like it's cool.
Yeah,
I'll pass on it. I mean, I guess they're kind of cool. I mean, they glow in the dark, right? Is
I
that
haven't
the
tried
is,
it yet.
is
Or
that
maybe
what
if
the
you shine a light on them, their paint glows.
is that what the
If
hype
you
is?
shine like a black light or something, kind of
Yeah,
like
if you let
neon mini golf.
yeah,
That's
you
what
have to you have to let the light shine on the car, maybe the light or the sun for for so long before the you could see the effect. You could see the glow. So,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
yeah. The price point though. I mean, $4. Like, nah, it's okay. I'll pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
people were.
I'm only getting one. I'm not a completionist. I don't complete everything I get. But if I do, it's the icing on the cake. I try not to take that too seriously.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's good for you not to oversaturate yourself with stuff. I mean, just to feel like you're that that you have to compete with somebody else. I mean, just
No, I'm not
yeah,
competing.
yeah. If you just collect what you like,
Yeah,
because
and I'm
if
not.
you start getting full sets and stuff like that just to say, oh, I've got the whole set, and yeah,
Yeah,
you might like two or three, maybe four cars of the entire set, but
yeah.
you know,
I'm not doing. I'm not doing certain things just because I have to, but because I want to. Like if I want to upload a video of Diecast, I don't do it because I have to, but because I want to. Not only is it good for, like your mental health and stuff, it gives you a better mindset, but it also gives you time to focus on the most important things in your life, specifically friends and family.
amen, senor.
Indeed.
Eddie at Simple Custom says some of my stores stopped selling Hot Wheels and premiums like GameStop and Ingalls. Too many fights with adults and scalpers. Yeah,
Yeah, that would explain a bit, like those Best Buy and GameStop exclusives. I sometimes try to find them only to find they're not there, so I kind of gave up on that. Now it's all starting to click.
yeah, yeah. So that's what that's what happens. It's just a lot of people trying to people get into this hobby for the wrong reasons, and it's
Yeah, that
you know unfortunately there's a lot more bad apples in this hobby than there are good. It's sad. It saddens me to say it, but it's true. And it's because of situations like this. People getting into employees' faces and feeling entitled, and I'm like, dude, you're not entitled to anything, man. I mean, you know, employees are not there to. They're not there. They're not there at your beck and call. They're not there to serve you. They're there to serve everybody. And so,
indeed.
people who walk in the stores and with a sense of entitlement, and oh, you have to go back there, and you have to take out those cases right now. You
Yeah,
know, that's not or people trying to sneak into the to the back rooms and try to find stuff. Try to get the cases before the employees have a chance to put them out on the floor.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, out here in Cali, I mean, I've known, I've known of quite a few guys that have supposedly been banned by stores, but then, after a few months, they're back at it again, same stores, same people.
wow.
So yeah, so I mean, they stay, they stay out of the quote unquote spotlight, out of those stores for a few months, and then after a while, after they're, you know people people start forgetting about what they did in the past and stuff like that. They start going hitting those same stores, and they start doing the same thing all over again. It's crazy, man. People go through the craziest things, just to get a hold of these $1 cars.
Yeah,
BB Luminous, my brother claims all errands. Honest, I can drop it. Take the damn jacket off. It's hot. Sun's out. Guns off.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He was complaining. Yeah, that's funny. He said that, huh? He said he was in the car. He said that it was hot, and there he is inside the car, no AC, with a jacket on. At least roll the window down, dude. But anyway, it's all good.
yeah,
It's all good. BV Luminous. His name is also Aaron, obviously. Okay, yeah. I'm way behind in the comments, man. Honest
yeah,
diecast dude, better watch out. I see Aaron traveling Europe to find diecast. I think
yeah,
uh, Derek likes the Spectacolari set. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, I mean, it's not my cup of tea. I wasn't impressed. So, but I mean,
Oh, is that
if
how
you
you
guys like,
pronounce it?
if you yeah, the Spectacular.
Because I called it spectacular because it's this set, the Alfa Romeo. Because
Yeah,
of the font they used, I couldn't tell if it said something else or spectacular. So I just said spectacular. So
pretty much it's the
close.
same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's in Italian, Spettacolare. It's because
Oh,
they're
I
all
get
Italian.
it. I'd
Yeah,
have
because
to
they're
ask my boss at the boss at the motorcycle shop because he's Italian.
yeah, because the set is made up of all Italian models. You got the Lamborghinis
Yeah,
and the Romeo. So Spectacolare or spectacular, it's the same thing.
yeah. Ferrari Speciales.
Yeah, yeah, man. I do wish Mattel could work something out
Yeah, we need
with
Ferraris
Ferrari.
again. The first one I want to see is the SF90 Stradale. That would be a good
Yeah,
one.
I've seen. I know Barago is let's see. Yeah, 124 scale. I don't know. I put out a short video. I went to one of my local Targets, and they have like four models.
Really?
Virago 124. Yeah, very nice, but yeah, pricey and bulky. And I'm trying to refrain from collecting that scale because, if
That's true.
if I
Because
were to fall, I don't want to fall into any more rabbit holes, man. I mean, I'm done. I'm trying to, if anything, I'm trying to scale it down, not
yeah,
scale it up.
same here. Because I have some larger scale cars, great detail, nowhere to put them.
Exactly.
These things are so much easier and affordable too.
Yeah, they're much more affordable.
Easy to customize.
They're easy to customize. They're compact size. You could display them a lot easier, enjoy them.
And
Aaron,
have one in your pocket for stress relief.
yes, sir. Aaron Scott says ever since COVID, when the resale prices skyrocketed, not just diecast turned other stuff was tons of people got into the hunting and reselling game. Oh yeah, yeah. Not only that, anything collectible, man. You know,
Yeah.
trading cards, uh, video console, especially the PlayStation, man. I remember the PS5. People were asking up to 5 grand for that, man, during COVID. 5 grand.
Wow. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah. Nowadays, thankfully, now you could find them in store for retail price. But before, like during COVID, it's like good luck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
last year they had a Zamac. There was a Zamac tuned Dodge Daytona
yeah,
mainline,
yeah,
and the lady there said, I'd offer $10 for the car." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Because you know, again, ever since COVID hit, things just been going up. So
yeah,
I said, "It's just a $1 car, man. It's just like a $1 toy car. Why do you want $10 or something like that?" I don't remember exactly what I said, but she's like, "Okay, $2." And I'm like, "Good. Thank you." So people don't do their
yeah,
homework.
yeah. That's a lot of people who resell these things. They always shoot high, and if somebody bites, then good. But if people negotiate and get them down to a fair price, they may or may not go for it. They may they might sell them like $5, maybe $3, but some people are very set on selling high, and they won't budge on the price. As Eddie, the Godfather, said, he went to a flea market. People were selling Xamax from 15 upwards to $25 a pop.
Yikes.
Okay, and this is at a flea market. You're supposed to find things, somewhat cheaper. I mean, they're still going to be marked up, obviously, because they have to pay for space and stuff like that. that's understandable. But $15 for a Zamac, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 60 to $100 for the supers. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, Jeremy Lance. For me locally, it's pure random when stuff shows up. We usually get stuff a couple of weeks later. On the East Coast, distribution is just a mess, and I don't know if they can fix it. Yeah, it's they still supposedly they still have a lot of containers, stacked up and backed up, for months and months and months. So I mean, they're still trying to get it under control. They keep changing the story. It's like, oh, there's a shortage of dock workers, there's a shortage of truck drivers, there's a shortage of workers. There's always an excuse, right? There's always something.
Also, work accidents.
Yeah, there's always something. It's always they make it seem like it's the workforce problem, not not the government's problem.
Mm,
I don't know, man.
which is just wrong.
It is. Honestly, can't thank all enough kind words. Okay, no problem.
No problem, man.
Rapinismo, my Diecast family is the best family I could ever wish for. Period. You guys are the most kind-hearted, most caring, most genuine people I could ever had. The wildest dream of meeting. Thank you, Darren. I'm sorry, Aaron. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Unfortunately, there's always going to be people out there who try to, instigate and cause problems, uh, for
Mm,
just for pleasure, they have nothing better to do. So they're just gonna try to cause problems in the community and start rumors. And this should be our safe haven, a place where we come up and we forget about real world problems, about what's going on in the world. This should be a distraction, a place for us to just hang out, talk diecast, have a good time, and
yes.
just talk, talk whatever. I mean, we're supposed to be in this community to relax and just to de-stress ourselves from
From the
you
problems
know
of reality.
from world problems, not to create more.
Yeah.
Yeah. James says he does Eric as well as okay. Yeah, it looks like James and Derek are having a good old conversation. Rapid Nismo, Derek, I would, but last time I did a live stream, YouTube kicked me. I'm safe on other people's lives, but not in my own. Plus, I'm not sure if I have the audience yet to stream properly. Hmm. I think if you do it on a laptop, Aaron, you'll be okay. But if you do it on if you try to do it on a cell phone, that's where you would have a problem. That's my understanding. James says he likes cats. He says I like kittens. They are some tender and so tender, and they taste like chicken. Ooh, so he eats cats too. Wow,
Oh my gosh, James.
my gosh, can't believe you eat cats, man.
James.
Rapid Nismo, that's not what I expect. Jeez.
Same.
No wonder there's a shortage of cats in the world. There's a cat shortage. Now we know
Oh,
who's now we know who's so responsible of that. Rapid Nismo, Derek, I demand you send me a photo of the dog immediately. Ooh.
ooh.
Rapid Nismo, good. Gotta send you the Porsches now, Derek. Rapid Nismo, so glad to see you continuing on the live stream on the channel in the summer, Adrian. It's got to be one of the highlights of my week. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I've been going through some, challenges here and there. So I wish I had more time to do these live streams on a more consistent basis. But I work with the time I have. So My apologies, and thank you for hanging
Yeah.
out with me and for for being patient. Rapid Nismo gonna need another. Okay, no problem. Oh, looks like Aaron is ready to come back in. There you go, brother. Rapid Nismo neat speeders have been and gone here. Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, I think I only saw the. I don't go to Walmart's very much because I already know what to expect, so I really don't waste my time.
Yeah,
Let's get
there's. Oh,
let's get Rapid in here. Yo, Aaron,
Aaron.
wake up!
Let's go, man.
What's up, man? Did you have your dinner?
It was a
Is that what you're?
stew, which I didn't really fancy very much, but whatever. It's better than nothing.
That's true.
Ah,
I'm
would
back in the
you
car again, I guess.
you would have preferred a chicken curry?
Nah, probably.
How about barbecue ribs?
How about some barbecue ribs?
Hmm.
I
I
know
don't
a
know
good
what I
rib.
fancy, to be fair.
Mm.
Probably a nice pizza, but then I'm going out Wednesday for that, so we'll see how
You
that
can't
goes.
go wrong.
I mean, contemplating to bring my camera, but then again, I don't really want to lose it, if you know what I mean, because I'm going to a fairly high-end part of a city, which should have
Ah,
some nice motors in, but last time I was there, it didn't. So we'll see.
Yeah,
ah,
because I
I
know a
didn't
good
show the hat
restaurant.
off lately. Sorry about that. I didn't show you the hat earlier on. Mind the hat, Eric, so that's why I have the hat on.
Yeah.
It's my Nürburgring hat, which I'm absolutely chuffed to
Hey, the
bits on.
Nürburgring.
But
hold on.
I got
Do it
given
again.
that for free by a friend of mine who goes every single year, which I'm very jealous of him. But that's a trip I want to do myself with a group
Show it
of
again.
friends, buy a bunch of cheap cars, and bring them to the Nürburgring. And if they die
Oh,
on the way or die on the way back, we just leave them, come back, and we haven't really lost that much money because they were cheap anyway. Don't know if that will ever work, but it'll be cool. I do know
nice.
someone who brought one of these, except it was an R53 Cooper S, which is one of the supercharged ones.
Okay.
And he made it all the way 40 miles from the Nürburgring and blew it up at 140 mile an hour on the Autobahn.
Wow.
Not fun.
Because I've seen a
Not
guy
something I
with,
want to do in this, but it'll be fun.
yeah, but I would like to see a guy I saw with a 2002 Mini Cooper with two engines go on the Nürburgring.
Oh, nice.
I like me diesel. I like me diesel.
Mm.
Something you guys never got this. It's the 2011 Cooper, so it's an R56. You guys did get them, but you didn't get the diesel, and the diesel is by far one of the better engine options on these, by far. It's very torquey, very quick, still revs out about 5.5k revs, not that bad.
Pretty
Very
impressive.
fuel efficient. It'll get 48 miles per gallon, which you can't complain. The car in front of me right now, well, it gets 11, not
That's
good at all.
48 is impressive.
Well, it gets 48, but I've seen it go up to 60 on the motorway, so even better.
Yeah, that's really good. In fact, somebody said that America or Canada doesn't really get diesel cars because there are not many diesel pumps, if you know what I mean.
Well, they're being phased out here, which is a scary thought. They're being phased out. So petrol, actually, it's becoming harder and harder to drive these things and maintain them to a point where it's financially sensible, you can say. Which is actually really odd. Tax on these type of things. Sorry, I know it's a bit unrelated to Diecast, but tax on these things has become sort of. Adrian, you might be interested in this because I know we had a
Uh-huh.
debate about electronic cars a while ago. And I mentioned about tax, road tax, and I know that's something you guys don't really have. It's included in your tax anyway, but we have this thing where it's council tax, which is the thing you pay for your house, or the land and all sorts. Depending on how big your house is, you pay how little or how much council tax. So if you have a big house, you have a big council tax. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Same
it's based
sort
on.
of thing as road tax. Now, if you have a big engine in your car, well, yeah, it's based on a numerous sort of things. So you've got the size of the land you live on, the size of your house,
Yeah, the
but
square
also your
footage.
income. So if you have a large income,
Hmm.
yeah. But if you have a large income as well, then you're going to theoretically supposed to pay more tax as well as, that sort of thing. Similar to cars. Now, the value of your car, you're going to pay more for sort of tax, you know what I mean? But as mainly is the emissions in the engine. Now, diesels are, well, it's a whole one. In the early 10s, the UK government, as most were, trying to sort of force everyone to buy diesels because they were supposedly cheaper and more fuel efficient, therefore meaning they were better for the environment. Now, they were quickly overturned because now they're trying to get rid of every diesel on the road, possibly, which is odd because bringing on to the road tax, the car in front of me, the Nismo, is an awful car for fuel, but the road tax is, I think, about, I don't know, off the top of my head, it's not insane. It's not a large number. My mum's Duke, the blue one, that's even less because that's a 1.6 litre naturally aspirated, very fuel efficient engine. But this, which is a diesel Mini Cooper, should theoretically be the most expensive since it's diesel. However, its
Yeah.
road tax is free, which just blows my mind. I don't understand that at all. This, because
that
it's
is
a
Yeah.
diesel, theoretically, and the UK government trying to phase them all out, should be the most expensive. Therefore, meaning, technically, it should be the hardest to own because the road tax is so expensive. But it just isn't. The road tax is free. Don't know how long that'll be like. We've only owned it since March. But can't complain. It's been a very, very good car, and I wish I could take you all around it now, but I quite honestly can't be bothered. But yeah, that's just weird. The government here is just screwing themselves over. It's like they shot themselves in the foot, and then they looked at the other foot and thought, "Oh, I can blow some holes in that one." Took a 4-gauge shotgun and shot themselves in that one as well, because they're just making all the worst decisions possible. Yeah, and I know you guys aren't having a very good time either with your government. No one is, because they're all a bunch of, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
not good
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. It's they're supposed to be looking out for us, but no, they're looking out for themselves. It's all about
It's a bunch of
for
lies
their
anyway.
best interest. It's a bunch of bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's silly because my dad has a 2020 Ford Ranger XLT, beautiful truck. I want one, but it is a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. It gets 21 to 26 miles per gallon, and 20 to 24 miles per gallon in 4-wheel drive. So, well, it is a 4-cylinder truck. Might not be, and it is fuel efficient. I'd go with the Mini. Or that new Maverick hybrid, which can get like around 30 miles a gallon.
If I had to pick anything, Adrian, you know fine well, I'd pick the car right in front of me right now for the memories I have with my dad. And personally, that thing's an absolute beast. It is just stupid, that car. I haven't told you this because it only just happened a few weeks since we last spoke, which was months ago now. There's an event called the Car Barn here, and it's a little dealership that offers sort of a range of very, very high, exclusive, high-end sort of classics and modern cars. They only have 30 or so cars on site, as well as the Aston Martin workshop with, I think it said at a standard time, 80 Aston Martins, classic and modern, on site. And they do sort of regular car shows where they attract about 200 to 250 cars every first Thursday of the month. Now, we one day decided, because it was very warm and we knew it was going to be a very busy event, we'd take the Nismo. And we left the event fairly calm because it's a nice little slow road and it's very, very thin. I mean, I'm talking in certain places of this road, your wing mirrors will brush against the bushes. That's how tight this road is. And then we came, so there's a big road, you might know of it, called the A1. That's a big motorway that goes right all the way from the bottom of the bottom of the UK, all the way at the very top in Edinburgh. In Scotland. And my dad decided he'd be an ASBO being sort of the name for a person who'd be in prison for driving stupidly, or that sort of thing. It's a stereotype. And he decided at the traffic lights, he'd put it into first, put the clutch all the way at the floor without the brake or the handbrake on, bang it off the rev limiter, and then launch it, to which we left 15-meter long tram lines from the front wheels on that car. Yeah, it's a Duke that does burnout, which I find frankly stupid, but I love it. It is just brilliant. That's why you should all own a Nismo RS, particularly a manual one, because they're just fantastic.
I'll add it to
I
the
love
list.
them. They're just brilliant.
Plus, front-wheel drive burnouts are badass.
Tires aren't though.
Yep.
Tires are expensive.
What what real uh, what real make car would you guys like to see in the Hot Wheels lineup or any other diecast lineup?
Well, I mean, it's biased for me, obviously, because no one has ever done an RS, a Nismo RS. No one has ever done one. There is a brand called Auto Art that did a 124th or 118 Nismo, but that's the wrong generation. Again, that's the one before mine.
Hmm.
They did one, and that was the wrong scale as well, because that wasn't 164 scale. I would love to see a 164 scale faithful recreation of that car in front of me, as well as a normal R56 Mini Cooper. There's a probably very, very, very minute scale that either one of these cars are made. This is just a mundane normal Mini, and that's just a very rare Duke. Not really much of an audience in that to really get a sale on it. Yet again, have you guys seen the 2024 upcoming release of that Proton from Hot Wheels that they're making? Brand
Yeah,
new,
yeah.
brand new, bright red Proton. Just a very mundane Econo box in the 90s from Malaysia that they're making next year. Can't for the life of me figure out why, but it's cool because it's just nothing. It's a nothing car, but they're making it. It's just cool.
Hmm. No, I have not.
I would
Interesting.
suggest you go and take your look at it because I think T Hunt on Instagram, he's got a few photos up. You might have to scroll a bit further down. But
Oh
it's a very
yeah,
interesting little thing.
that. I'm looking at it now. That's
Do you mind
hmm,
sharing since you have it up?
me. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Present.
On the phone. No, on you can do it on your phone. I'll just give you a solo spot on the. Just do this. Okay, I'll look for it.
Work.
Aaron, what's the website again?
It's just go on Instagram or even go on Google and type in Hot Wheels Proton. It should come up. It should be like a little red four-door sedan for you guys or saloon for us. It'll just be a
Yeah,
little Econo box.
yeah. It is a tiny little sedan,
Let me
and
see.
I think the idea behind it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the idea is to take less known cars like this and make them popular again.
But I think it's just
So
because it's got a centenary or something along the lines. I think the brand itself, Proton, might be coming up to an anniversary or something. I don't know. I
perhaps,
don't mind it.
but
I
when I
think it's
see it,
quite cool the fact that they're making what is a very rare car nowadays. You physically don't see any of them ever, and make them
and
into a Hot Wheels.
and
It's quite
yeah,
cool, I think.
stuff that's less known. Like a car that I could think of that's less known is the Chrysler Laser.
No, we don't want any of your rubbish tat here. We don't want any of your rubbish American tat. No, thank you. No, no, no. Adrian knows my views on American rubbish tat. We don't want any of that mid-90s rubbish. No,
It's a car that came out
absolutely
in the
not.
early '80s. It had the talking
Oh, well, still.
dashboard. Your door is adjusted or whatever.
Oof.
Let's see.
We got any more chats? I've noticed the chat was pretty dead when I was there myself.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Anyways, yeah, I'm trying to present the.
You've got your concentration
I need
face.
to. Yeah, I'm trying to get the freaking thing here. Anyway. Okay, I see what you're talking about, Aaron, and I'm trying to share the screen, but I'm having a hard time doing it.
For anyone
I
who's
don't do it.
watching,
I don't do
I
it
was going
very
to
often.
for anyone who's watching, if you can't get that shared, I'll try and do a bit of description on it. It'll be a very brief description because I know nothing about them.
Me
But it is
neither.
genuinely, if you picture in your head, your kid's just drawing yourself a mid-90s saloon that's very small, or sedan, if you're from the States. It's a four-door thing, it's red, and it's just boxy. That's it. That's all you need to know. It's just a very mundane, effectively children's drawing of a car. It's just that. There's nothing much about it. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Literally
that's what
just
I.
the most mundane thing ever.
Hold on. There we go.
It is the most boring thing you'll ever see in your entire life, other than the American financial crisis.
Yeah.
But it's cool because it's that. It's literally just that. And I'll be interested to see what happens with that cast, if they'll just use it one time and that's it, or if they'll see a recurring type of thing with it. I don't know. But it'll be cool to see what the customizers do with it.
Yeah, that car is not doing Hot Wheels, Mattel as a whole any justice, in my opinion. It's a horrible car.
I don't
I don't like. I
I
don't
don't
like
mind
it.
it. Well, you see, I think it's I don't mind it because it's such a nothing car. I don't mind it because of that, if you know what I mean. It's such a nothing sort of thing. It's quite cool to see them do it because they always either doing the most flashy of Bugattis, and you know what I mean. It's nice to take a step back and take a look at a extremely mundane, boring thing that no one cares about, but it's there, and let's make one. I think that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
quite cool.
This
yeah,
car to me is in the same boat as like those early Viet Pandas, the very boxy ones.
yeah,
Oh no, they're far too cool to be compared. Far too
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, in my opinion, Mattel needs to go back to this.
What have we got?
Oh yeah, those.
No, God, no. Not the big wings and the big chrome wheels.
This is what they need to go back to, man.
You
Cars
see,
like
I've been
this.
liking the current theme of adding as much detail as they possibly can to the cast, making as realistic as possible. I've been liking that a lot.
Hmm.
And you know what? I did not notice this before. It's got the Hot Wheels Ghost Flame on the side. I don't know if you
Oh
guys see that.
yeah, I see it.
I just noticed that right now. So it's pretty much a flame, but no, without the word Hot Wheels in it.
I've just got earache looking at that thing, if you get my reference.
I'm in your face, Aaron. I'm in your face. I'm
Bim,
in your
bim, 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 is all the thing that is all the noise that thing will make all night long when it's going through your driveway. And you just think, will you shut up?
You
That's
need
all
big
you think. And thirdly, I don't have a Hot Wheels or any diecast in that fact in my grasps. They're all upstairs in my room. So my showcase is this. Imagine there's something here. I could show you my little watch, which is a mini. It's a genuine watch by Mini, and it matches my car. There you go. Not going to say
nice.
much. It's not very special.
You
but
know
I
what?
like it.
It's cool. You know what, Rapid? It would be cool if you would show us, part of your collection.
Yeah, I need to do that at some point. Now, you
Yeah.
speaking of that, as which I did
Even
mention before in the comments, I've been redecorating, and in that redecorating has been part of getting every single custom and every single sort of really cool thing that you guys have sent me. People like Derek, people like David and Hewitt, Old Man Diecast, all sorts of people like that. All of those things out on my shelves. Now, previously, I didn't have sort of the space and the framing to put everything I wanted out. I sort of had to pick and choose the sort of most important things and leave the rest out. Always the customs were always the ones out, but never the premium diecast. And I finally have been able to manage and work it out. I've got some pegboard, I've got a vast amount of shelving, I've also got a huge other bits and pieces. So hopefully soon, Adrian, we will
Mhm.
have a room tour, which will be the first ever video of mine in my format before, because I do have a few stop motion things I did when I was 12. Hopefully, we will have a full on first indoor room tour. I'll have to tidy up and block a few things off. But yeah, it's cool. It's coming along well. I've got a huge tin Hot Wheels sign that one of my relatives in America sent over. Um, yeah, should have some cool things, and you'll recognize a few bits and pieces from when I freaked out and went, "You have not just sent that." That's a reference to David. Because I knew he was going to send something. That was my last unboxing, was when David did a faithful recreation of the Nismo, and I didn't know what he was doing. I know he asked for pictures of that car, but I didn't know what he was doing. I guess I didn't put two things in my mind. And when I opened the box, the first thing I pulled out was a letter. I read the letter. David's letters are always fantastic. I love reading letters. One of my favorite parts about unboxing things, if you ever send a box, is just in general, is the letters. The letters are the most sort of um one-on-one type thing you're ever going to really get, and you can always keep a letter, and you'll always, because I've kept every single letter anyone's ever sent me, and you'll
Yeah.
always read back to them and go, that is one of the most kind-hearted things anyone's ever done. And in the moment you sort of skim past them and go, what's that, you're like an excited puppy dog. But a letter is one of the most sort of personal things you can possibly put into anything, that'll sort of always remind you of something and someone, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I hear you. I know what you mean. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. I mean,
it's one of those things.
yeah, the way we're going, I mean, these handwritten personalized letters are going to be, you know, it's not going to be a thing anymore. And I want to say a good 20, 30 years from now. So,
Well, I
unfortunately,
think it'll always be a thing, but whether
but
it's
no,
like a, I
it's not
think,
going to be,
yeah.
it's not going to be as personal. It's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I
Yeah.
Because
think
be-
I
be-
know what you
because
mean.
because of
Yeah,
technology, everything
I
is
think if
every
anything,
everything
sorry,
is through
I'll let you
text.
go.
Yeah, everything is through text message. Everything is, you could create your own
Yeah,
personalized digital cards and whatever. So that's why I'm saying it.
I
There's just
think
some.
it'll always be a thing, but if anything, it'll become more personal because less people do it. If you know what I mean, and you'll be like, "Ooh, I'm looking through a letter and it's handwritten and it's from," you know what I mean. I think it'll be more of a personal thing and more of a special occasion type thing, but never anything else. If you know what I mean, which is a
Yeah,
shame, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
yeah. I know what you mean, man. It's crazy.
The world is going backwards, is my opinion for that. The world is going backwards. I mentioned before when you were talking about these sort of influencer type things, and people want to becoming TikTok stars. Something I don't use is TikTok. I just can't for the life of me figure out why you'd want to listen to 30-second snippets of the most dreary, dare I say it, arseholes. Don't like using foul language, but it's the only way you can sort of demonstrate those people. Plain old boring idiots with money or pretend to have money. 30 seconds. The worst thing you could ever call me is an influencer, and if you did, I'd slap you in the face. I hate the word influencer. I hate every connotation that goes with it. I just, I would never want to be an influencer ever. Never. I'd rather throw myself a bridge, I'd rather throw myself off a 160-foot bridge onto plain concrete and make sure I land head first so I'm definitely dead than be called an influencer. I hate it. And I
Yeah,
think that sort of mentality of everyone follow this one guy because he's got this and because he can do that and because he's got money is just entirely wrong. You should follow someone for their personality and not what they have, but because what they can offer. You know what I mean? But this whole flock type of thing, it literally reminds me of sheep. Um, it's just everyone following this one guy because he's got this, because he's got that, and because he's rich. It's just fairly stupid. In fact, not fairly stupid, entirely stupid. And it just shows how screwed we are as a generation. In fact, not as a generation, as a whole world. Because as soon as one person puts out information, everyone takes it as gospel. It's all this stuff about the climate and all that being a climate
yeah,
emergency. And I'm not one of those people who's a conspiracy theorist or anything, but this whole climate emergency is nothing but a sort of a way of getting you out of personalized owned cars here in the UK. You might have heard something called the ultra low emission zone in London expanding. That's causing huge uproar. And that is a Trojan horse effectively to get you out of your personally owned cars. People go along with it because it's for the environment, but it's not. It's just to put more control over everyone and make sure movement is less and make sure everything's less and more controlled by this person, not that person. It's just a very, 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 very bad place we're going. And I can't see anything else other than negative from all this social media and all of this, everyone following as a group. I just can't sort of see a benefit from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I hear you.
can't see it for the life of me. I can't find out why you'd want to sort of surround yourself with these sort of hyper energetic, annoying idiots who have money. You know what I mean? I can't, and I just think that people. I mean, I know you guys touched on it earlier about jobs. No one wanting to go into the trades and do any actual jobs. Just want to sit there and go, I need that, I want that, but I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to complain about it and say the world's against me because I can't get that. But work for it then. You know what I mean? Work for it, and then you will manage to get it.
Yeah.
It does my head in having to look about and you see these people complaining, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that. And why do you deserve that? Because I worked for it and you didn't. That's why I deserve it. But
Yeah.
everyone's lost that sort of mentality of I worked for it, so I'm going to treat myself. Because I was there today at that Aston Martin place. Sorry, I'm going a massive rant here, but I have to get it off my chest. I was
Hey,
at
no
that Aston
hurry.
Martin place today, and someone asked, I was talking to someone, and he had a Rolex on his hand, on his on his wrist. He worked there, obviously. And this Rolex I'm talking was probably excess of £30,000, maybe even more. The value of all three of these cars combined and more, mind you have. And I went, your watch is worth more than all three of our cars combined. That's mad. And he went, well, exactly. I worked for it. I went, well, exactly. You go, you. And that sort of thing's just played in my mind because, like, he sort of he's worked all his life to manage to afford this watch and work where he is and all the things he can get. But then you've got people who will sit outside and say places like that full of Aston Martins is full of snobs and people who sort of aren't worth your time because they're too surrounded in money, if you know what I mean. But that's because they worked for it. You didn't. Stop sitting on your couch scrolling through social media and acting like that's your
Hmm.
whole life because this whole thing about social media, I'll stop soon, I promise. This whole thing about social media is this vast sort of want to be someone you never will be and never can be. If you know what I mean? It's all about, oh look, I have this, so I'm gonna show you that, and you don't because I do. And it's just a massive toxic environment of complete idiots. And I'll take a breather and let you guys speak for a bit because that took some breaths.
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad that you feel comfortable sharing. Getting that out of your chest. But yeah, I mean, there are different types of. I mean, I get where you're coming from, Aaron. But I mean, at the same time, there are different types of influencers. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
there are good influencers, and then there are the ones that they're pretty snobby, and they're just out there to show off what they
I'm talking
have.
about the
Or
sort of ones who go, "This is a day in my life," sort of thing. You know what I
yeah,
mean? The
yeah,
ones who
yeah, yeah,
like, this is how I live. Go and shove it where the sun doesn't shine, because no one cares. That sort of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I
Just,
get what. Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's some people. Some people just like to show off
yeah,
what they have and what they have. And unfortunately, a lot of people would like to live that lavish lifestyle. They want what they have, so they become a thing. They
but it's
trend
not a
and they
bad
grow
thing.
and grow and grow.
Yeah, it's not a
But
bad thing wanting that, but it is a bad thing saying you want it and need it and not doing anything not doing any of the work to try and achieve it. You know what I mean? That's the bad part. The good part is wanting it. The bad part is not doing anything to just complaining and
feeling
sort of
entitled, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah,
That's the word.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I talked about that earlier. It's just it seems like uh, new generation. I'm talking about your generation. I'm not saying all of you, but I'm saying most of kids in your generation have this sense of entitlement. You know,
Be
and
careful with the word there.
that's why. No, I'm not including you. I'm saying most.
I was going to say,
And that's why I'm saying that it's our responsibility as parents to instill and teach hard work and work ethic to our children, so that it never gets lost. That
yeah,
way they could do the same with their children, and so on and so forth. Because the way we're going, all of that is it's
well, I
getting
mean,
lost. It's getting lost.
who's going to look after you sort of the dirty jobs, all of the main ones that keep sort of, no one talks about them, but keeps the whole world running, not this sort of, I mean, I was looking at this thing, the most wanted to be job is to be either a YouTuber, TikToker, or influence, that sort of thing. That's the most wanted job by kids now.
Yeah,
So who's going to be a police officer? Who's going to want to be a fire brigade? Who's going to be any of those sort of first responders or any of the ones who keep the whole world running? The ones who worked in power stations, the boring jobs, but the ones that pay well, regardless. Who's going to want to be those things if everyone just wants to be a low-life influencer who spends the whole time sitting in a lump of cash going, look what I have? Because, you know what I mean? There's just nothing, there's nothing to look forward to in that.
yeah,
The whole world is just slowly ground to a halt because there's no one doing those jobs that we desperately need. And no one's going to be a police officer when there's all these campaigns saying F the police and give the police no respect. Because, you know what I mean? It's just going to go backwards. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Sean? Do you agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from. It's evolving just backwards.
Devolving.
Devolving, yes. You gotta work for stuff like this. You can't just sit around. And if there's someone on the internet you like them for not what they have, but because of their personality, not their financial status or whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta work to make your wishes or dreams come true or whatever.
Well, exactly.
Okay. So this is what I was trying to show you guys earlier. I was trying to share it on the screen on the computer, but I was having trouble. But
Oh, that Puma is hot.
these are some of the new castings that we could expect from Mini GT in
Uh,
pretty soon. Some of these are
I might have
some
an
of these
issue.
some of these are already available on pre-order now. So let's take a look at
yeah.
these.
I might have an issue.
GT. What's the issue?
The issue was, it was letter B on the previous slide. That was the Ford Puma WRC. If I see that in person, all of my money will be gone.
Yeah,
That thing looked absolutely unreal.
yeah. And I'm looking at the bottom of the first picture, and I'm like, that's a good Mustang.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I'm telling you guys. I mean, Mini GT is coming up with a lot of heat, and I mean, if things continue to be the way they are in stores, as far as distribution, I'm gonna, I'm gonna probably go, start going the premium way because I mean,
Premium
they might
diecast, I think,
they
is
they,
evolved.
they might cost a little bit more, but as I was sharing with Eric earlier, it it'll force me to buy less because I mean they're more expensive, but I mean I'll have
Yeah.
quality piece of diecast versus something like this where you've got like 10, you've got at least 3 guys alongside with you trying to get it, and there's only one per case. So
I
so
find it,
yeah.
I do
So
find it quite disheartening that the ones who started the hobby off, the original guys, sort of the ones who are now sort of turning into resellers because they have all this valuable stuff from when it never used to be worth anything to when it is now, are the ones who are slowly, if not even quickly, killing off the hobby entirely. I do find that quite sad. But there's nothing really much we can do about it, really, because the people who are just getting into the hobby now want all of this new, exciting or old exciting things that are worth a lot of money now, but soon won't be. But they don't realize that they want this huge thing because there's a lot of demand for it. And oh wow, look, it's a skyline and all this. But that's slowly, if not quickly, killing the hobby. I mean, we can see what's happening in the States. That used to be the hub of diecast. That everything used to go into there and centralize there, and everything used to find everything there. Now it's a desert. There's nothing there. It's just mad. And
that's
very,
true.
very, very sad.
I agree.
Yeah.
A few people joined the stream. Thank you for tuning in. DNV Diecast Customs, welcome. Everyone's well in your household. Gary's Diecast Collection, what's up, brother? Mr. Gary Smooth Diecast. That's what I call him because he's got some very smooth videos, and his voice and the way he presents stuff. It's like smooth, man, very smooth.
The polar opposite to me, then.
Okay, yeah, and then these guys are just everybody's just saying hello to Gary and DNV Diecast Customs. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, we're just talking, diecast and what's going on with distribution and stuff like that. Earlier, I was talking about what your experiences have been now that Amazon has some skin in the game as far as with these Hot Wheels black boxes. Have you guys been seeing less diecast? Do you think it's getting harder out there to find stuff? Aaron just said, Aaron earlier said that in his neck of the woods, they're starting to see a lot more diecast that they didn't have, a few years ago. So it's not like now it's the other way around. It seems like they're getting stuff and we're not. So, I mean, distribution is just a complete mess right now. And yeah, I mean, I think if Mattel decides to go the e-commerce way, it's gonna, us hunters are gonna be like screwed altogether because I mean, we're gonna have to resort to buying everything online. You know, I know Best Buy is doing it already. Kroger's doing it already. Amazon, and yeah, pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that that's going to be that's how the market's going to be. Talking
That'll be the
actually,
final nail in the coffin. That'll definitely be the final nail in the coffin.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we're seeing that a lot with everything now, aren't we? There's a lot of things which is, it's got that final nail just starting to hammer in, and it's almost fully flush. They just need that one last bang, and then it's gone. We're looking at the age where combustion engine is almost dead, which is just unbelievably sad. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's
Rico
just
Bobby, yeah. Let me respond to Rico's comment here. Rico, I see what you're saying with that, but the problem is, Amazon is has a 30-day return policy on what you buy on those black boxes. Well, I'm sure on other stuff too, but I was doing my research earlier today, and yeah, they have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee on those black boxes. So who's to say you buy the box and you get like I think it's you get like 16 cars in the box. The Super's not guaranteed, but you're also because of that return policy, if you're not happy with what you get, you could pick out what you like, put in some other cars that you don't care for anymore, send it back, you get your money back. That's 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 the problem. It's supposed to be that way, but it's really not. Because the way I see it, it's just another outlet of it's another way for people to just
Make a quick buck.
make a
yeah.
quick just pick out if they get a super great. Derek said that a buddy of his or something bought like seven of those black boxes or something like that, 5 or 7 of them, and he got 2 supers out of those black boxes, and I don't know if he kept them or what, but he got 2 supers. So I mean
Well,
yeah, the
it's
chances of finding
literally,
yeah the chance of you getting a super is pretty good.
it's
I
something
know
for absolutely no work, which is it's a thing now, isn't it? It's getting something for literally nothing.
that's what
Like
I'm see.
that's a common trend now. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's now collectors are forced to work harder, to go out there and hunt harder, because now Amazon is in the game. So yeah, although it's quote unquote designed to make it easier for hunters to find stuff. It's really not,
Well,
because
it's just
now
giving you another place to get these things, though. It's just
yeah,
giving you another place for the scalpers to go. They're still going to be there. They're still going to be in the place they were originally. They're just going to be in another place, so they're just going to be have more coverage.
yeah.
So I hope it just made it worse.
So now you have so now now we have another problem, right? Now we have to
Yeah,
worry about Amazon's lunch specials that Derek keeps talking about on his live streams, and also the employees at the factory, doing the finger discount, selling the the unriveted cars. The what are they called? Yeah, unriveted.
unrivet or something. Yeah,
Yeah. Unspun. The
that's the
unspun.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, selling them loose and stuff like that directly off the factory. So
that's
and
still my idea. That is.
and we also have the scalpers slash resellers also to worry about it. To worry about. So I don't know.
I've even started to see this. When you get them right after they've just been casted and you've still got all the wires and stuff on them from the casting, you've got to get them clipped off, then painted. Just in that stage there. I've even
Yeah,
started to see employees start to sell theirs on, because I've been on a few groups in the UK. I've been look just to browse how much is that worth. Not going to sell it, but just see, just curious, because I never sell anything. I've never sold any of my collection.
yeah,
I'll always vouch this, never get rid of or sell or trade anything that anyone has ever sent me. But I'm just curious, how much is that? And I look and I see this, and it's this Nissan Skyline. Can't remember if it was an R32 or something. It was a Skyline, so it was overpriced. And it was one of those where it just been cast, and it still had the casting things on from when they cast it, and it's part of the casting, like the physical. And I'm like, that is ridiculous. You're trying to sell that for 300 quid. It's this big. And you're selling that for 300 quid, and someone will buy it because they're an idiot, and they're spending their hard-earned money on this. I mean, you know what I mean? Why would you steal it in the first place? Why would you go and sell it for this? It's just killing everything off, and it's like they don't realize what they're doing until it's too late, and then suddenly their whole market is just gone because no one wants them anymore because they're worthless, and you've killed their whole hobby off.
yeah. Walter. Oops, sorry about that. Walter at the Hot Wheels of the hotline of Diecast said it best. Things are worth what people are willing to pay
Yeah,
for them, and unfortunately, there's people who are too they're either too lazy, they don't have time, and they have big wallets, a big checking account where they don't mind paying what people are asking for those cars. So you
yeah.
know,
Well, exactly that, and it's
yeah.
such a shame.
So I mean, who's more to blame? The
Yeah.
resellers or buyers? I think
Well, I
it's a
mean, it's a
combination.
perfect storm, isn't it? Though it's a perfect storm. It's got the right ratio of both the resellers selling them for too much, but also the people who are buying them for way too much and creating a demand, which they both feed into each other very perfectly.
Yeah. DMV Diecast Custom says probably where Amazon got him back stuck on a car and remailed it. Yeah, yeah. This is another problem. So what ends up happening is Amazon and all these other places who start getting a lot of returns and stuff like that. They start sending that stuff to smaller stores. Like the big lots or the pick and saves of the world, at least out here. And that's why you go to the store and you see a lot of you see like tons and tons and tons of the same car. Why? Because the Mattels, the Amazons of the world, you know can't sell these cars, so they try to get rid of them as best as possible, even if they have to break even or take a loss. But they don't want them on the you know they don't want them in their inventory because The more they have, the more liability it is for them come tax season. Inventory and stuff that. So that's why they just get pennies on the dollar. From all the from these clearance stores like the Ross and all these other places. So
Mm.
yeah,
Well, it's a burden, though,
I'm
isn't
pretty
it?
sure you guys have those. Yeah,
I,
Charles Isaac, Enrico Bobby. That's why I won't buy them. I love hunting. I used to hunt 6 days a week. Now 4 days. Yeah,
mm. Yeah, I like hunting in stores too. I don't like looking online for for Hot Wheels and stuff, mainly because some of the prices are just stupid, really stupid.
yeah. I
Now,
mean, if it's like an RLC or like an Elite 64, then yeah. I mean, yeah, you have no other choice. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to go that route. But yeah, I mean, if it's something that I could find myself, I'll rather look for it.
yeah,
If
I'd
and when
rather look for it
if and
too.
if and when I have time, if I find it good, if not, then I'm okay with that too. Because I just because I don't find something out of a new case, it doesn't mean that I'm never going to find it. Because grocery stores, at least out here, are notorious for getting like old cases. And I'm talking waves of them, like lots and lots and lots and stuff. So I'm not worried about that. You just have to be patient. But yeah, I mean, as far as like the hot cars, like supers and the regular treasure hunts, I mean that's a different story. Those are going to be hard to find regardless. You just have to be at the right place at the right time, and that's how you get it. Or, as Aaron said earlier, you have to have an inside connection or something, store manager or whatever, in order for you to get first dibs on that stuff. And unfortunately, it's something that's never gonna, it's not gonna stop anytime soon or ever. It's not ever gonna stop.
I used to be bothered about supers, and I remember being really passionate about finding one. I need to find one. I'm so jazzed. How did you find that? Blah, blah, blah. I will find one. And then I find one, and I was ecstatic. And then I found one 2 days later, and then I recently found one last year.
Yeah,
And now you've got a few in your collection. You think, well, it's you know what I mean. It is what it is, and it's sort of yeah, I've got them, but you sort of over time evolve to think you don't need to go out your way, and you don't need to drive millions of miles to get it. It depends what it is, obviously, but it'd be cool to find them. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to find them, but it's not a necessary thing. It's not a do all or end all.
yeah, yeah.
True.
As I said earlier, I mean, one way or another, you have to pay for it. Whether it's
Yeah,
driving around, long distance, paying those high gas prices, just to find them, or through a third party person. And I agree with Rico Bobby here. I mean, there's no better feeling than finding it in
yeah,
stores. Like, wow, it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
But you know
for sure.
at, at the same time, you have to factor in the cost. Your time, wear and tear in your car, and how much gas you spent. You know, going to different stores
Ugh, ugh.
just to find that Superman. But yeah, one way or another, consumers always have to pay a hefty price for all the good stuff, man. Charles, my friend buys everything online. I told him I was looking for a certain car and found it online and was going to buy it. He was going to buy it for me, and I told him no, I will hunt for it. Okay, to each his own. That I respect that. DMV Diecast Custom. So do I, Rico? I'm hooked on that feeling. It's a rush. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
agree. Yeah, there's no better feeling that finding a super or that chase car in store while you're out in the wild. Rico Bobby, I don't hunt for chases. They find me, so to speak. Nice. Gary's diecast collection. Never found a super, or do I have a super in my collection? Wow.
Mm. I was the same way,
it'll happen.
Gary.
Rico Bobby says he finds them occasionally. and it's cool when he does, but it's not his main purpose at hunting. Yeah, you know,
Can't sum it up enough.
and it shouldn't, because I mean, if that's, you know, if that's your main goal, your main priority, then you know, you're going to be disappointed more often than not. You're going to be disappointed because, you know, those darn things are so hard to find, especially with everything that's going on, man. You know,
Hmm.
it's crazy.
Yeah, like I started like when I got into the community when I started looking for diecast, I could not for the life of me find a single super, and it was driving me crazy almost. And up to the point where I'm like, I'm never gonna find one. But I still hunted for them. Then finally I find my first one, and the feeling that I got when I found it was indescribable. Fast forward, I find my second one, and then my third one. And nowadays, I'm like, if I find a super, it's the icing on the cake. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
take finding supers too seriously anymore. But if I find one, it's cool. Like Derek said, take some, leave some.
I think
Yeah.
the hype has definitely killed it for majority of collectors who have been here for a very long time now. I've been here for I can't be bothered to work it out, but a few years now, in and out of the collection, and the hype and all the no offense to all the newbies, but all of the brand new people who've just gone into it and say watch our channels, go hunting and seeing the title super found, and they go what's that, and then they get intrigued and then say how excited we get over it, and they instantly want that rush or want this car because it's a this or because it's a that. They instantly go in and want it, and then that's what drives the demand and the price up, and then the price also goes up with the demand, and then they've got this tower which keeps building itself and it'll eventually fall down, but we're waiting for it to fall down. It won't fall down because it keeps getting higher. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it's a very toxic environment we're seeing with all of these things. I mean, I was lucky enough. You remember at the start of, the end of last year, we had that Toyota JZX100 Chaser. It was the
Hmm.
start of this year actually for Elite
Hmm.
64. I
Hmm.
managed to get one of those, but not through myself. I had a friend of mine who ordered a few of them because a few he had a membership and we didn't. So a few people asked, "You wouldn't mind ordering that because it was an unlimited thing? You wouldn't mind ordering that, would you?" "Oh no, no." And he ordered, I think it was 5 of them because it was unlimited, so he could. Um, and they came about a month later, and I went, "You don't have one of them spare, do you?" "No, no." And get this, he sold it for under the price it would have costed him to make money. So he had to pay for shipping and the cars themselves. The cars themselves were say £20, I think, and he sold mine to me for 22. I can't complain with that. That's the only one I've really ever bought from not a reseller, but someone who's bought one and then sold it on. And it was fair in my opinion. It was a fair sort of trade because he wasn't overselling it. I'm never going to sell it myself, and he got it straight from them, if you know what I mean. That line wasn't built. If anything, it was kept the same, if not lower, because he didn't want to make profit and he just wanted to help. So you've just got to find those sort of communities and those sort of tight knit people maybe around you, because it's fantastic. Believe me, it's fantastic to have you guys in the States who are my, I dare say, best mates for this type of thing. But it's also really important to remember to also have your tight knit community close to you, maybe within a 20-mile radius or that sort of thing. I know I've got my Northeast England diecast collectors group that I'm in, and that is a brilliant group full of fantastic, like minded people who are always willing to help. I mean, for instance, if you go into there and you say, "Do any of you guys have for instance, R56 Mini Cooper? Like, you could sell me, or I'll have a few of them, I'll buy them from you and I'll customize them." And they go, "Yeah, sure, here." And then they'll go, "I found some more, but I'll not charge you. Here they are. I'm not going to use them, so you may as well have them." It's that sort of group you need to sort of find yourself in, not for the purpose of saying, "Do you have any free stuff?" but for the purpose of those people are the type of people who, no matter what happens, will stick with you, like you, Adrian, who no matter what happens and no matter what you say, you might mess up and you might say something stupid. You will always stick by them and always say, "But they had a good time here and they were a good person there." And they'll always try and help you. So if you're looking for Hot Wheels or diecast, always I'd recommend look for your local diecast people who will be willing to meet you, willing to help you halfway. And, just those type of people are just brilliant. And they're the best type of people in the community, are the people who live close. You'll always sort of look through and you'll think there's these great things across the pond. I mean, I always used to think it. Everything's better in the States, and it isn't, because you won't really ever get to meet people from all around the world. Versus if you try and find that community close to you, you'll get to have those talks that you have with people across the world, but in person. And it's a feeling that you can't replicate. It's a good feeling to have mates in a like-minded hobby all around the world, including as close to you as maybe the next house over or anything like that. That's a really cool feeling. I can't recommend any of you watching enough to check out on Facebook or anything. Type in your city or your village or whatever, and then type in Hot Wheels or Diecast next to it. You'll find some great communities out there. That's how I find my way here, and how I get most of my jobs. So they'll put in a post, LK's dropping in the entertainer, or those type of things, which you can't get from like anything other than your local groups, because things change all the time.
Very
Amen
true.
to that.
And just FYI, Aaron, aka Rapid Nismo, for the Elite 64, you do not need the membership. You could go in there and buy it.
Oh, yeah.
But
I didn't know that.
if you already have someone who could get it for you at a cheaper price,
Yeah.
might as well go that route. Yeah, because
Well, I
otherwise,
mean,
otherwise you have to pay for shipping, and you know
yeah.
how expensive that can be. So
Well, I think he managed to get the shipment cheaper because he was buying not in bulk, but he bought those, and I think he bought a few other bits and pieces from the Mattel website, so he managed to get it all in a decently big box, and managed to get sort of a bulk ship price, which was cheaper, so he managed to drive down the price even further. But he's not going to put them on eBay and sell them for triple the price. It was only for a few people who he put a post in. He went, "Does anyone want these? They're going up on Mattel soon. I can order some if you want them." And sort of a few people went, "Yeah, sure. How much are you asking?" Well, exactly what the price is on there. Why would I ask any more? And I'm like, I like this guy's mentality. I'm going to give him a few questions. If he answers them well, he can have my money. So I asked him a few bits. How long have you been collecting? Sort of that sort of thing. And he was saying all the perfect things, and I just agreed with him and ended up meeting for the chaser. And had a good little chat with him. I was stood round the corner for a good hour and a half just talking about it, because it was exactly this conversation. Really, it was bizarre getting to meet someone who was so like-minded in the hobby that they just wanted to help other people, which is exactly my opinion. When I get the money and I get my own house, I want to go out there out of my way to help other people in the diecast community, because I think we've had a lot of negativity recently, and scalping, you guys in the States having a massive decline, and just all sorts. I want to do nothing but help back, because you guys have helped me, so I want to help you guys back in any way I possibly can when I can, which is exactly what I will be doing.
That is
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it's good to pay it forward. Yeah, and back to the Facebook groups you were mentioning earlier, Aaron. I think that's I think it's important, and I've heard this from other people as well. If you join those Facebook groups for collectors and stuff like that, always check for ask for references, check for references, because a lot of people have been taken advantage of.
Yes.
People have some the seller has asked for money up front, and then the seller never comes through, and
I'd say
so
that for me personally is less of a common thing, because I mean, of course you've got the big thing where it's Hot Wheels UK, but there's also this thing where I mentioned it before, Hot Wheels Northeast, and that's maybe a group of say 200 people, but only say 20 of us are active posters, and all of us know each other very well. So I was invited by a guy called Phil Stainsby, who I've met up with maybe countless times at car shows and other things. I know him very well, and his son. And you'll get invited by someone like him who you've met up with him before. He's a reputable guy, and then they'll say, then he'll message you, have you talked to Justin about this? He's got a bunch of things for you. If you meet up, I've met up with him before. He's not dodgy. He'll do you a good price. And then sort of you always have someone who knows the person you meet up with. Don't go expecting something, because then you might get into a bit of trouble. You know what I mean? Always always go to meet the person if someone else knows them, if you know what I mean. Don't just go if it's a randomer. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
always err with a bit of caution. But no, these smaller groups tend to be more of a family knit sort of thing. Which you can never go wrong with, to be honest. You can never go wrong with a family. Like, it's a close knit. Everyone wants to help each other out, and if not, then you're booted. Well, you're not booted, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a shame that people have to, you know, you can never be too cautious because there's
Yeah.
a lot of people, doing all these shisty things. And anyway, but yeah, it's I'll always ask for references, and yeah, make sure that they're legit, because you don't want to spend your
Yeah.
hard-earned money or your allowance, and then not get anything in return. There's no worse feeling.
I gotcha.
And I was gonna touch upon. Sorry, I'm gonna go in a few minutes. Derek,
Yeah, me too.
I'm not sure if he's watching, but you mentioned to put the aircon on before. Now there is an aircon button down there, but the aircon doesn't work. We got it recharged. It worked for about half an hour, and turned the car off by the button, and it was never back again. It's never been blown cold, which is really annoying because why? There's no leak in the system, and the compressor works apparently because it's obviously worked before because we had the cold air blowing. So why doesn't it work now? And the car in front of me, the Nismo, that has aircon and it does work, but the blower, the fan is just useless. You may as well blow onto your hand very, very softly, and that's about the power of the aircon. That's about it.
Wow. Okay,
It's
that's
just useless.
sounds
So yeah,
bad.
not fun. But then again, we don't get 40 odd degrees like you guys do in California and the States. Thank God for that. That's all I can say. Thank God for that, because I could not be dealing with what you guys are dealing with right now. I really, really do feel sorry for a
Well,
lot of you.
well,
I
I mean, I will say this. Luckily, this year, this summer has not been as bad as years past prior.
good.
This, yeah, the heat and humidity has been thus far. Um, I'd add, it has been very tolerable. But yeah, in years prior, oh my gosh.
I mean, it got
I mean
it got that
the
bad.
heat, yeah, the heat, and I mean the
Yeah.
humidity, more than anything. The humidity is what really messes me up. I can't.
Yeah.
It really drains me, big time. I have a hard time sleeping. I wake up grouchy. I can't sleep. You know, it's just bad. But I mean, this year, luckily, it's been pretty good, and it's been pretty steady. And we're quickly approaching fall or autumn. I don't know how you guys call it in your
Autumn.
respective countries. Yeah, I think the proper term is autumn, but here we
Yeah.
say it's either or out here,
Yeah.
autumn
Same here.
or fall. Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyways, guys, yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I've been on here for almost 3 hours and 15
that's
minutes.
mad. That.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it.
it was a very good chat. Thank you very much for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having
I
us,
will,
man.
no problem. You guys are welcome anytime. We had a very good chat. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a good week. Find stuff that you're looking for, and we'll catch
You
you guys
too,
in the
big
next.
you.
And we'll catch you guys in the next live stream. I'll try to upload a video soon. I'm just I have I have something in the works, but I you guys know me, and I like to close the video with a bang. Something big.
That bang
So
should be you ending the video with "Stay Jukin." That would definitely produce a bang.
Ah,
yeah, either that or with James boom intro outro
Well,
quattro
no,
nitro.
James's bang is the wall of guns as you walk into his house. That's his bang. And the numerous. Why is this one man got a full-on armory for a genuine war he's prepared for? I don't know what the man. He's probably got a gnome in the garden which will lift up without pressing the button and have a machine gun mounted underneath him. That's how mad he is. I love him. He's just
You know
genuinely crazy. He's
you know what
bonkers.
he should be, he should be called not El Presidente, aka the president of Diecast. He should be called the Calgary of Diecast because of so many, how many weapons he has in his possession.
That
Well,
would be
I mean,
that's clever.
I'm
I like
starting
that.
to doubt if he's a diecast collector more than sort of one of the guys who arm the what's the gang called in Mexico who send all the cartel. I think he's linked to the cartel. He's the one who gives all the cartel the guns. He's got to
Oh
be
my
because
gosh!
have you seen the state of the stuff he's got? He's
Oh my
literally he's
gosh!
got the size machine gun the size of this car. I swear, it's mad.
Oh
I
my
love him though.
gosh!
He's crazy. He's like a big huggable bear who's got
Yeah.
huge spiky weapons and guns in his house. Madness. I love him.
Yep.
He's just your stereotypical American. He's got his blowback hair, the big beard, the guns. The size of that man's guns for the age is just crazy. I love him. Nothing but respect for him. And
Oh,
then the
absolutely.
huge guns and knives. I mean, you'll just see him. Sorry, I know we're finishing off, but you'll see him. Boom, peace intro, and then he's got this box, and the next cut there'll be some huge knife the size of your arm that he's opening it up with. And he's having great difficulty because he's used a machete to open up a knife, a box. To be fair, and he's gone and opened it up, and you're thinking, is this just another showcase to show off your massive machete that you've got? I just find it really funny. But
That's
no,
so.
Yeah.
honestly,
I do like that.
Hewitt is crazy.
Yeah, I think he's refrained from doing that recently, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there was a time where he would do that. It's like, yeah, man, I mean, I got some mail calls, but first, let me show you this big
yeah.
this nice nice little knife. Like Aaron said, machete size knives, man, freaking big ass
But the
mofos,
size
man.
of this,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
size of a
yeah, yeah.
rattlesnake.
The size of your freaking forearm, man. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
that
The
and
man's
guns
crazy,
and
honestly. I love him.
awesome. But yeah,
yeah.
he's a heck of a guy, man. Love the guy to death.
Honestly, he's such a laugh. He's
Yes,
brilliant.
Yes, sir. Yep.
he's
I don't
genius.
know how you can dislike him. I know some people have done, but I don't know how you can dislike him. He's such a genuine guy.
Yeah,
He is
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's, I think we all have. Everyone
Yeah,
in this community has a hater here and there. For no reason or for I don't know. I don't know what
I think I've
people's
just been
problems are,
really lucky
but
because I've not really come across anyone who's really disliked me that much, if not ever, really. It's been quite an easy ride so far. Fingers
well,
crossed.
you are. Yeah, I mean, you must be about the only one who does not have to experience that. But yeah, I wish most of us were in that same realm as you are.
I honestly, for the life of me, don't understand how you can be disliked. You are one of the most kind-hearted, most supportive, could ever wish to ever have in a community ever. Full stop. I
Thank
honestly
you,
don't
man.
know how anyone can dislike you. Same as Michael Martello. He is madness. He's called Helmet Diecast on Instagram. Crazy, that guy. Honestly, he's had a really tough time. I'm not going to say why because it's not my place to say. But I know
Oh
he
my
was very
gosh.
active, and then suddenly he went off, and I started messaging him. Are you okay? Are you okay? And he's come out with what happened, and he's had an awful time. I will have the confidence to say that, and that's why I've been mentioning him a lot in videos recently. So if you will go
Yeah.
over there on Instagram, he's Helmet Diecast, Helmet_Diecast. Give him the love and support you guys sort of have shown me and Adrian and everyone. If you haven't already, go follow him, like all his posts. He does some great photo shoots. Go and give him the support he needs because this guy supports every one of us, and he's always one of the first to comment on our videos. Please go and give him the love and support he deserves because that man deserves the world.
I'll go check him out.
Will do.
Thank
All right,
you.
gentlemen. As always, it was a pleasure hanging out with you. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a blessed rest of your Sunday. In Aaron's case, it's soon to be Monday. So
Stay safe, everyone. Have fun, and of course,
stay juking.
Stay
stay
juking.
juking.
All right, guys.
Stay
Peace,
juking.
everyone.
Take care.
Peace,
Everyone enjoy.
everybody.
Love you all. Bye bye.
Peace.